Right, then mute your mic while you pop your
Yeah,
pills.
but mute the bloody mic.
That's bloody loud.
And plus, I'm not sure if your mic switched locations again from the wrong place.
Yeah,
Because
because
it sounds more in the room than...
sounds like you're popping your pills right next to your microphone.
It's a DSA box, and there just must be the air that was trapped in.
Hmm.
It sounds like a pop gun going
Yeah.
off.
And
You actually
plus,
reminded me. I need to take me vitamins as well today. Now,
I mean, I've not taken my antihistamine today.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, shit. Thanks for reminding me. It's fine, man. I've just opened both packs. It didn't explode.
I mean,
Plus,
mine's
you
You need to take Ali, Bob.
Any medications because we're all broken people? Anyone
Yeah.
else?
no,
I
already.
actually remembered to take mine this morning, so...
Yeah.
I took taking fish oil tablet things now just to see if that helps any joint problems. But
Oh yeah, I also I took the best medication before stream. I ate an entire packet of Jaffa cakes.
I do have a spoon and a bottle of own brand Nutella sitting alarmingly close to me just in case.
I am not kidding. I've been looking for. I've got a jar of Nutella somewhere in the house, but I don't know where it is.
I mean, I'm
I was
currently
hunting
waiting
for
on
it
food to
earlier.
be delivered.
have you pushed the button?
Yeah, the button's
We've
been
already
pushed.
the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already pushed the button ages ago.
Yeah, the button's been pushed. We've got like 3 minutes left on the timer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Push the button. It's already been pushed, but
I don't know. I
had a
didn't
whole
hear him.
conversation
In normal,
about
You know,
You're on. Yeah,
It's 6 o'clock. I'm going to push the button.
yeah, I know.
you're
I'm-
on. According to like the
Verbatim.
according to Twitch, you're on the page.
am I? No,
Apparently you're
you
watching.
can't make me. Yeah, because I'm set want to be on that page all times, basically.
I have it on mine because I have to look at my own chat.
And we've got apart from Sheepbeard, we've got a random name sitting here as well.
We also have Sheepbeard in mind. Thank you, Sheepbeard. You're awesome. I'm fairly sure I'm still the only Yeah, I'm fairly sure that everybody else in the group actually knows you. I don't, but you're awesome. I know you're cool. That's about it.
Oh, I just love that Jamie just has no idea who you are.
No! I know! Still appreciate it. Oh yeah, so yeah, in Pathfinder, my character died in... So my character was basically the bad guy in the party.
Mhm.
He literally was named Jake Van Cleef. As in the good, the bad, the ugly Van Cleef. He was a Najera, so giant snake person. He was a dragon barbarian. And we were going to die because the previous fight had just gone really poorly and we're in a module. And the thing, basically a chimera shows up immediately after we finish the fight. But we'd been doing really badly, like most of us have been downed multiple times. And this is Pathfinder, we were just getting unlucky rolls and the enemy was getting really good rolls.
Mhm.
So a chimera showed up, we went, we are boned. One of us has any health at all. Most of the party was unconscious when the chimera showed up. So we barely got healed up. Our healer was out of heals. Looking terrible. And the camera was flying around, destroying the airship we were on. About 1,000 feet in the sky. So, a bunch of the party members tried to do bits and pieces. None of it worked. My character, the barbarian, went... Shit. Literally shouted his last words, which I can't repeat on stream. Well, I can repeat on stream, but it would make very little sense and take it out of context. It would take me so long to explain the context. So he charged through the wall of the airship. Because it was like, it's a very flimsy airship, so my character already proved he could just bash through the walls with basically no check. Because he's that bloody strong. He just powered straight through the wall of the airship, leapt onto the Chimera, grappled both its wings, and killed both me and it.
You were just doing that writing down on the bomb thing of yeah.
Yeah, I was literally, I knew I was dead because one attack. It knocked me out while I was grappling it. For reference on that, I was one hit from unconscious and about to die if I basically went down again. So, yeah, I knew it was going badly, so I just went, this is the only shot the rest of the party has. So my very evil character basically sacrificed himself. Because he's not completely evil. Largely because he wasn't allowed to be in the module. It banned chaotic evil. But he would have been chaotic evil. But was good chaotic evil. And
He's just
barely had enough. He barely had enough in him because he followed a god, which one of the bits is one of their tenets is always behave with utmost dignity. So he's like, either I die or we all die. I'm taking you with me here.
this is the most evil thing I can do.
Nah, it was great because the first mate on the ship was an NPC, but he's just a really
I'll
cool
let you
guy.
win.
So as I like charged forward and did my final words, he just took his cowboy hat off and went, "Godspeed." So we've said that on the airship, there's gonna be a little like picture on the ship, which is the wanted poster of my character. Which is like his massive list of crimes, but it's gonna be all crossed out and just said for being a hero is why he's wanted. So that's apparently gonna happen. It's like yes. And my next character is Gura. So yeah. I built Gura in Pathfinder.
Jeez.
I wasn't saying you're evil for the party, but you're evil to that Chimera. It wanted to win, I'm sure.
Probably. I am no.
And you just ruined it so whole dastardly plan.
Oh no, I'm totally evil to the party as well. A lot of the party members were like, "We're sad he's dead, but it solves so many problems."
Blessing in disguise.
Yeah, now you gotta solve this problem that we're running back for.
Hey, my character jumped onto a moving train to get into.
Does any of us have animal handling?
Apparently, that's not an issue.
Does anybody have proficiency? Animal handling.
I have an animal handling role. I don't have a skill, but it's a dragon. They're not animals. Does anyone have childcare?
No, I am ready to go once you guys are finished your stories.
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, welcome back to another exciting episode of Alterra, episode 63, Bundle of Fury.
Ow! Yay, I'm so happy.
Before we get into previous, let's go ahead and do mic checks. Alvina, say hi.
Oh, day!
Dr. Zermir, say hi.
Good night, everybody.
OQ, say hi.
Hello there.
Lugrim, say hi.
Hey, nee, dragons.
The Point, as seen on Alterra Vision, say hi.
Instead, I wrote a song.
Oh, my dyslexia completely misread what the point was. I read it as the point as spoon on Alterra Vision and got very confused. I genuinely read it as spoon.
Okay, where's the song?
You'll have to watch tomorrow's final of Alterra Vision, not a different vision.
Okay.
That's her. Gwen is not with us this week. And I am your DM, Chris McKenzie. Alright, previously on Alterra, the party's got some... Well, they did some stuff with a giant worm. That's not important. Let's get to the important stuff. They received a message that back on the ship, the very wooden, flammable ship, new life was springing into formation as the dragon eggs cradled in their specially designed fire incubators had begun cracking through. And with much speed and chaos, and leaping onto a moving train, or using a flying helicopter,
Gwent
made
Copter
their
was
way
born.
from the nest all the way back to the outskirts of Shadow Cove. Arrive in Shadow Cove. And describe to me, how are you traversing Shadow Cove? Predominantly, while the rest of the party will be quick behind Alvina as you arrive, the train beginning to come to a slow, which I assume you're just not waiting for it to fully stop.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Catapult!
Alvina Genu is, as soon as it's like, oh, wait, the platform is there, she's jumping off the train and full on tearing through town at full tilt.
Now, I'm going to need you to give me a, not athletics, a
Acrobatic.
acrobatics check to see how well you dodge past the crowds. Now, presumably with your amazing athleticism, you're going to try and take as many shortcuts as you can and avoid the crowd, but there will be instances. So let's see how much chaos ensues and the possibility of maybe arousing the disdain of the Cove Guard.
More disdain from the Cove Guard.
Because after all, we don't want you to be disturbing the running of the docks, which may bring enforcement upon you in your path. As we all know, they won't survive your path, but let's see if we can minimize how much antagonism you're doing in your pursuit. Now, luckily with your 23, apparently not much.
I'm jumping over the crowds.
You are practically soaring over the crowds. I mean, some people, rumors start to go bound that some of them say they saw running along the walls this strangely dressed elf.
He's gone all Naruto now. She's
Now-
just using the fire ability. It's just
Rocket jump.
going.
Looking at the map in front of you, you'll be arriving in this top right corridor here. With wanting to head down to the docks.
Yeah.
Are you taking a direct path?
I am taking. I'm pretty sure it would be just what is the shortest path, because Alvina's been wandering around this area a lot, so she'd probably figure like the quickest route, like the most direct line.
Probably just following the actual rail that runs all the way through it, because hilariously it is actually designed to be that efficient. In terms of getting things transported in and then off to the rest of Bastion.
Yeah.
You know what, the DM didn't realize how simple a choice this was. This is a non-existence choice. It's literally just straight down the middle.
Yeah, right down the middle.
You just go straight down the middle. To the rest of the party, who's flying a helicopter, although I guess Gwen's flying it. You know what? I think I just give you this one. I can't actually make Gwent do a flying check to not bash into walls because they're not here. So let's have somebody be on lookout for anything coming in, so I can force more skill checks on all of you for shenanigans. Who wants to be the one keeping an eye out for things maybe impacting you, things coming up in the blind sight?
Not Zormir.
Apparently, my perception is failing me this time round.
Zormir's asleep in the back.
Zormir's asleep on the back. All right. And is there anyone following up on Zormir sleeping in the back?
I mean, yeah, might as well.
Perception is not good.
For 15.
My perception,
It's not as bad. As
my perception's pretty good. It's just it got kicked in the teeth there.
So while Zormir is crammed into the small
He goes-
helicopter,
I go to look, but then get fucking
Motion
body
sickness.
checked. I get jostled about and can't fucking see right. What the crap?
Your helmet.
now luckily for you, standing on top of your weirdly contorted body now that you can't see, Folk Yu is able to maneuver into whatever position they would like in order to actually see the surrounding area. And as you do so, you're able to call out to Gwent what appears to be a strange moving stalactite in the ceiling that is coming quickly towards you. Now, Gwent is able to dive out of the way, and because Gwent is not here, you automatically get a automatic pass. And the Gwent copter continues on through the bustling Cove docks. In quick succession, you're able to arrive at your ship, docked out on the outer ledge, and we'll transition over to the Dawnriser. All right, Gwent touches down. I don't know where Gwent touches down. Let's touch him down over here. And the rest of the party is able to disembark. You've returned to your ship. Now, where were you storing the... yes, Zormer?
Can I make an athletics check to dive off as we're just about to land? Because I want to roll towards the stairs and beeline it for where the eggs are.
Yes, you can. Now, this actually requires a bit of timing on your part, so give me either an intelligence-based or wisdom-based acrobatics check as you run the calculations in your head.
Well, there's just better than his normal
Disadvantage
acrobatics.
because you can't see shit.
Actually, it'll be less because I've got +4 for my athletics.
Acrobatics.
I've got... Oh, that's my acrobat.
Yeah, you can make the distance fine. That's not a problem. Whether or not you time this right is the issue.
But you just collapse on the ground.
Well, I more meant missing the ship entirely and just going off into the void. Oh, easily. These sort of calculations, well, it's basic trigonometry, isn't it?
Simple geometry.
Simple geometry, you know? You just calculate the momentum of the Gwentcopter, calculate the distance between you and the ship, you know, add a little bit in for the hypothesis of the tangents, and off you go. You hit onto the top deck of your ship, you brake and roll to disperse your momentum, and you're aiming straight into the staircase.
Yeah, I think Alvina wouldn't have been allowed by general consensus to put them anywhere that's not the fireproof animal bay.
Yep.
Now, where are you still housing Susie and Gregor here, or are they off at the groomers or on a luxury spa day?
I would say they'd probably be at the zoo.
We were definitely going to be sending Gregor to where we were. Susie might still be there, but Gregor definitely wouldn't.
And for convenience of not having to worry about two hydras interacting with newly born dragons, let's go and send them away for now.
Yeah. This can only end well.
And their owlbear friend told us.
The owlbear is probably just roaming in a different area.
Yeah.
That one...
Hilariously, the owlbear can squeeze through the staircase, so it's actually just set up in the main area, just slumbering.
Yeah.
So Angel probably has a bed in the points room.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Your room's not that big.
It might have a bed outside
bed.
Alvina's room because that's like a fairly.
You got this giant like cargo hold. Unfortunately, there's no like entrance to this cargo hold, so the hydras can't actually get in here, but Angel can squeeze through and walk around.
Yeah, the hydra's too big, but Angel's small enough. So.
You just got to watch out for all those mushrooms.
So, now remind me, because we did discover how many dragon eggs we had.
5. Because we had 6 and fuck you ate 1.
Did we get more dragon eggs? I only have 4 written down here in my past notes.
We might have, because I have 5.
I
I have 5.
get
I know we had
more.
5 because we had 6 of them.
Yeah, we had 6. Fuck you,
Because we had 6 jars as well. I've got 6 jars, but one of them's not being used because one is storing Imix.
Just gonna update that note.
Yeah, so I've got 5 written down on most things.
Alrighty. Describe to me how... Well, I guess Zormir's the one to set this up. Zormir, describe to me the formation of these containers. After all, you've had to work with Primal Fire a little bit, and you gleaned some insights while working with the Giants, so you know how potent this source of energy is. But you also know that, you know, dragon eggs are big. These the size of a decent-sized football. And while the glass containers were decently sized, they're probably just like an inch too narrow to fit the egg into the glass container. So how did
I thought they were specially designed to put the dragon eggs in. We had the eggs on hand to measure them.
To be fair, they probably could have been. That's fair. Let's have them in there. But the glass itself, Zormir, you wanted some redundancy built in rather than just having them touch the ground. So, what kind of harnessing system have you devised here? Are they like solo stands? Is it like a nest in the wall? How do you want to flavor this?
Yeah, they're sort of spaced out along the floor, but the floor's also got like stone pools with well, they're just above a stone pool with water in it, so when the lava hits, it's just gonna become sort of more rock. I don't know if it'll work on the.
That's the great moment we find out what happens when primal fire meets water.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the primal fire wins.
Yeah, probably.
But I've tested some of the different materials that were cheap enough to buy from here to see which ones withstood as
Yeah, at least for a little bit, right?
yeah, as redundancies for and we've got the spare tube. No, we've not got a spare tube anymore because we've got 4 dragons and mimics is one. So
We've got five dragons. 5 dragons, and the 6th has just Imix's very annoyed power in it.
I'll have prepared as best I can with what materials I could get to hand, besides the actual fireproof stuff that's already on the floor, and basically told Alvina, you better be ready to scoop up the primal fire into something. I don't know what, even if you have to drink the rest of
But
the
see, if
stuff.
all else fails, you can eat it.
Because once these eggs hatch, that redundancy's not going to last long.
I'm
best.
actually curious what happens to the primal fire after the eggs hatch.
Um, Alvina, give me an athletics check to see how quickly it took you to get here, to see what process you arrive at, or which stage of the hatching you
It's
get
not
at.
bad.
Pretty late. That's pretty low for Alvina, is the thing. That's a 5.
For a 9, yeah.
Yeah. I've not got any boosts for it. So.
And did we have a Z-bot?
I'm saving the destiny point for hopefully being friends with the
So me to flash it.
I can't.
God,
We've not had
way
a
out.
rest.
Also,
not had a-
I'm definitely out of range because I think I'm making it like a little bit before you guys. So
We've not had a rest for me to regain any of my flash.
There you go. We'll just rearrange where NPCs are, because Jones and Z-bot would both be here. And the rest of you are upstairs. Zormir will be coming down the stairs in a little bit. But Alvina, you get there first. Okay, so that's nearly a three-part success. That's fine. So as you get there just in the last moment. You can see the eggs cracking apart. You can see the shadows of something moving inside the containers. And you can see the fire wisping around as suddenly air begins getting pulled into small cracks in the egg. And it's almost like whatever is inside is drinking in the primal fire. As slowly over time, you watch as the eggs begin to almost disintegrate to the lingering flame. And suddenly, before your very eyes, inside 5 giant, effectively test tubes. Let's squeeze these a little bit over here so I can get them in a nice little line. You see what are 5 almost quite large puppy size creatures now just slumped at the bottom of this bold glass container, writhing and wriggling around as they try to stretch out of their enclosure. You can see a bit of strain on the glass, and you realize that if you want to save these glass containers, you probably want to tip the dragons out as quickly as possible.
She will be doing that. She's running over, just getting the dragons out, like one by one.
How carefully are you trying to get the dragons out? This will determine how many effectively you can save the containers off. Are you being delicate, or are you just tipping them all over?
She's being gentle so it doesn't hurt the dragons. Honestly, it would be like the jars. She likes the jars. They're nice, but she doesn't care that much about the jars. It's the dragons the priority. So.
Alright, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. This will be a pretty high DC to determine how many of these glass containers you save.
Natural 20.
Oh, damn.
Okay, wow.
Yep.
That's a way to start.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. You save all 5. It's nat 20. As you tip all 5 over, landing softly, because you realize this place is actually pretty padded. Landing softly with a little bit of bounce are 5 on the smaller end, medium-sized dragon wormlings.
Yep, because red
Smaller,
dragons,
medium ones.
red dragons are medium at birth, which is great. They're like 5 feet long.
So, they're the size of like maybe like a medium-sized dog, or like small, massive puppy dogs.
Yeah.
But all 5 begin stretching out their wings and craning their necks, doing these little piddle-paddle dance with their feet as they stretch out and give a bit of testing to their legs.
And learning how to walk.
I mean, before anybody else arrives, also you notice Jones and Z-Bot poking out of the doors, very clearly, deliberately taking cover.
Yep.
Oh, fuck you, would definitely be trying to get past them.
Yeah, well, you can arrive just after Zormir arrives.
I jumped out of a helicopter to do this.
Alvina, what is the first thing? What is the first thing you do in terms of interacting with these new 5 baby dragon wormlings?
First thing Alvina would think immediately is they're gonna be hungry. She's gonna pull out a big chunk of meat and just see what they react to it. I assume they're gonna burn it. But basically, she's gonna try and bribe them with food. Would be the rough idea. She assumes they might be hungry since they just were born.
Alright, look here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Should be good.
10. Oh.
No, buddy. The dragons stop and they look up at you. A couple of them twist their heads. The others kind of glance to each other, look back to the meat. How big a size of meat is this?
It'd be a very big one. Probably. Like anime, literally anime meat. It'd be one of those. So.
Size of a normal big roast or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Natural 20. One dragon, natural 20.
So, dragon number 1. Dragon number 1. As the other 4 dragons are glancing towards each other, he's already halfway towards you. He is jumping and snatching this meat from your hands. Do you attempt to stop him?
Nope.
All right, then he succeeds and he rolls past you with the meat in his mouth. Oh, no, 4, number 1.
4.
And he is already chowing down as the other 4 quickly try to see what the hell's just happened.
Yep. Alvina is pulling more meat out because she's got her actual like insane amounts of food in her backpack that Alvina just carries on. She's pulling out more meat.
While this is happening, and you presumably have at least 4 more to give out to the dragons.
Yep.
Zormir, this is when you arrive. What would you like to do?
You see that?
Bust through the door and go. Have they set anything on fire yet, or is everything all right?
Alvina go, get out! Out! It's fine. Get out.
this is my ship too, and I want to make sure everything's okay. Don't
fine,
shout
get
at me. See the one
Eating
in
a
front,
roast.
eating a roast in
right at your
front of
very
me,
feet.
and go, yeah. And the 10 snacks I bought as emergency Alvina food go, yeah.
Oh.
The snacks from the
Yeah,
place,
yeah.
and just like hand it to the dragon in front of me and go, and just collapse on the floor at the door, going, bloody hell, D-Bot!
I walk over to Zorb, pick him up, move him outside the door, and close it.
I said get out.
No.
She'll be gentle for it, but she's going to try and just walk over to you, pick you up, and put you just outside the door. Mostly for your own safety, because she's fairly sure these dragons are going to start breathing fire, and she's the most fireproof party member. Zormir isn't.
You're a tennis man.
All
I
right.
don't.
Both of you give me athletics checks.
After a couple beats, fuck you'd probably turn up trying to get into the room as well.
Oh, yes, indeed. I'm
Get-
destinying that.
Uncle
He would.
Zormir.
Alvina would destiny that.
Get off me.
Zormir,
just
what were
tired.
remind me of these snacks?
Stuff.
These were the wood chip snacks, right?
Yeah.
You've just given flammable items to dragons.
This was
Except for the
the.
indigestion.
I just figured they're eating things, so I'm giving them what snacks I had. I didn't have. They were the things from. Yeah, this snack store we went before we went on the worm mission.
Yep. So the ones that's fine. So effectively the potato snacks.
Yeah.
All right, Alvina and Zormir. While you're attempting to push Zormir out, unfortunately, even with your amazing strength, still struggling, Zormir's activated his immovable armor.
He's basically just done the kid, just doing the dead weight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck you! You have arrived, and you've taken the B route past Alvina and Zormir as they squabble at the door.
Zombie, get out. You're not fireproof. You will just melt.
Ugh.
For your own safety and the fact that the ship will more likely set on fire if you're set on fire.
Give me bloody 5 minutes to catch my breath. This is why I'm sitting down.
Sit on the other side of the door.
Fucky's gonna pull out his last remaining fire blanket that he kept, wrap it around him, and go into the room.
Yep.
You do so.
That's
Are you
smaller.
attempting to be stealthy, or at least like quiet? Are you trying to be passively stealthy, or are you making not caring, being noisy? How are you approaching these dragons?
Yeah, he'd probably do it cautiously, just in case.
They're bigger than him.
Yeah. If they're
To be
the
fair,
sa-
I said they're on the smaller end. They've just hatched. They'll be about the same size as them.
He's small though.
Yeah, he's only what did I say about?
Like 3 feet
That's fair.
tall.
They'll be like an inch taller than him then.
Yeah, they actually are a bit bigger than him.
Yeah, I'll roll it as a stealth then.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check. See if these dragons pay any attention.
Nice. That's a good roll. They are distracted, so by food.
They're distracted, and it does beat their passives, which is what matters.
Yeah.
Because red dragon wormlings are a stat block I can just use.
Yep.
Hilariously, these bloody buggers start out at CR4 each.
Yeah, they're the biggest dragons.
Fuku, you're able to get around them, and the dragons are happily snacking on what appears to be steak. While off in the corner, you can hear Avina and Zormir squabbling, but neither seems to have noticed you, I assume, with your 24 stealth.
Just go deal with them. I got some magic left to absorb some of the fire if they do try to burn me.
Fine. I'm gonna walk back and just.
Well, before you do that, Fuku, how are you interacting with them? Are you just watching them as you stealth in, or are you attempting to interact with them in any way?
At the minute, he's just watching.
I'd say yeah. Alvina won't be actively looking out for like fuck you. So yeah, she's
mean-
gonna be on that when he beats the shit out of a passive.
I mean, fuck you's literally just essentially like got a blanket and just like cowed it.
He
over
looks
his
like
head.
the. He
Albina
just
assumes
looks
you're
like
one
the
of the
floor.
cushions. Albina assumes you're one of the cushions. She'll be definitely distracted by the dragon, so she's not actively looking out for you.
Oh, this is going to be a funny moment of one of the dragons is going to think you're a cushion and lie
Yeah,
on you.
Just sit on you.
How did fuck you die? You suffocated by a dragon.
I mean, I've just posted what fuck you probably looks like in a minute.
Yeah, pretty much. I was assuming that. That's pretty much what I was expecting. Yeah.
Alvina, what is your second interaction with the dragon just before everyone else arrives?
I
Bond with them.
that hard part is I don't 100% know what this entails, but I'm gonna put the one of general motheringiness. Jamie doesn't know, but Alvina would know.
Would Alvina know? Give me a nature check with advantage because you were raised by a dragon, but who knows if the dragon ever talked to you about how to rear dragons.
A 10. But it's better than advantage. I also had the book. that had how to teach dragons how to do things, basically.
You're thumbing for the book as.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
Hopefully
as
the
you
book
all,
is also
as you,
fireproof.
It's not.
It's not -1. I'll take it.
As you were previously reading the book, it was a little hard to comprehend. It
Yeah.
was written in the scientific hand, and there was a lot of mumbo jumbo there that you weren't that particularly interested in. You kept glossing over it.
Yeah.
And also, dragons have a rather peculiar way of describing their process, in that they're shit at describing their process.
Yeah.
Every answer just came down to you just rear them.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're on about, man.
I know, it's just easy. You just do it.
What do you mean? What do you do? You just do it.
Yeah.
Just do
Oh,
it.
One of the things you did hear about is that, especially red dragons, is they are prone to taking advantage of weak authority.
Mhm.
And you need to have a very stern hand with red dragons. They are the troublesome boys of the dragon universe. Rambunctious little bastards they are.
Rambunctious little.
And you notice this as you come back that two of the dragons, one is still eating on their little snack, but 3 and 4 are effectively, or what appear to be, mimicking you and Zormir as they are now wrestling with each other. And fighting it up. And 5 and 2 have started wandering around their environment, doing the standard scratching at things, sniffing at things. One of them's come over to what appears to be this weird Fukyu lump-sized and is taking a sniff at it. But they're just completely disregarding you. And you know that in these crucial early moments of life, this is when you need to assert your dominance as effectively the pack leader. So what are you going to do, Albina?
She will basically. Oh, I'm trying to remember what Chris Pratt did in Jurassic World. She's basically gonna go, "Hey, eyes on me!" in the broken Draconic that she sort of speaks, because she's part way through it, so her learning still.
All right, go ahead and give me either a persuasion or intimidation check, your choice.
Oh shit, I don't have either of those. I have performance. Nothing that works.
That depends. Are you attempting to act like a dragon?
Yes, I think she would.
All right, I'll performance because it's a funny image.
Performance check, come on, performance, please be good. Bollocks.
Especially the modifier.
Do I get any kind of advantage because I can sort of speak Draconic? Oh, no.
Because you sort of speak Draconic? No, you gotta speak
is fair.
Draconic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can fuck you just look at them and just shout, "Sit!"
Oh, it's
and
been...
do
How
an
long does Bardic
intimidation.
Inspiration last? How's Bardic Inspiration last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Damn it. Yeah, definitely that. I still have one from last time. That's gone.
Yeah. But yeah, can fuck you just glare at them and shout "sit" and try and intimidate them?
Where the fuck could you come from?
I've been here all the time.
Sorry, maybe you guys can see that. Yeah. Is Wolfie okay with this? Because this might end up with Fukyu taking a more dominating role in the dragon's life.
I really don't want it to. Alvina really doesn't want it. That's the main one I've got. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nobody cares what Alvina wants. They're the character. Is the player okay with this?
That's the one of Alvina really doesn't want it too. So I want to say no on it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's the one. Yeah.
So this is a grouped game.
Yeah.
And Fukyu has their own stuff they can be getting up to.
Yeah.
Does Fukyu speak Draconic, by the way?
No.
Alright. So you do shout, but unfortunately, because it's not in Draconic, the dragons just completely disregard it. Alvina, with your broken Draconic, while they do pause and look at you, they immediately turn away.
Yeah.
They were not impressed, clearly, by your poor performance there.
Yeah.
And they continue just rousing about, and now you have a moment here, Alvina. This isn't going nearly as well as you dreamed, as you hoped.
I'm gonna use my destiny and tweak one of my my spells a little bit. I'm gonna cast mirror image on Alvina, but make her look like she's got many heads. So she's
Hydra.
more like a Hydra version of herself to give her a better chance of convincing Alvina. Do it. Convince him you're in charge. Bloody hell.
I was gonna do something completely different.
I mean, the range on that is a self-cast, not a
That's why
touch cast.
he's spent
Yeah,
Destiny.
that's Destiny, innit?
He's spent Destiny.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
Because if I had mirror other
Do you have
things,
do you have tongues?
no, that is the best I can give you to try and give you.
Yeah,
a
what
bit of
was Alvina's idea? And we'll have the rest of the party show up about this moment too, so they can chip in. As Alvina, it occurs to you, you might not be able to do this alone. Maybe single motherhood isn't for you. Maybe you should rely on the support network of your party and team.
Yeah.
Um,
Alvina wanted to literally just bellow at the absolute max volume she can. Sit and behave, basically. It's literally just roar it out.
Fucky's gonna be pulling out his loot and just trying to back you up with that and give you bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
The point wouldn't have gone straight down there. The point would have gone to their room to check on their egg before coming down.
A different
The point
egg.
wouldn't
Yeah,
be there
is it
yet.
also hatching? Is it also hatching?
Your egg is fine. It is not hatching. It has its own hatching processes. You did not get the equivalent of primal fire yet.
Okay, then I'll be down there in like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Cool, we'll come back to you for the next round. For this round, the new members are effectively Lou, because Abigail's an NPC. Lou and Abby also arrive at the door. Abby's mostly just watching in amazement and also a hint of fear because, dear God, these are fucking dragons.
He's a literary dragon.
Gwen's just gone and hid in his room.
Oh yeah, Gwen's not coming down to this. Gwen's not even going onto his room. That's the same level as the dragons. Gwen's staying up with the copter in case the ship catches on fire.
Yeah, Gwen see what a dragon's fire breath can do. It's like,
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
going near that.
I can't
But
remember.
Lou, as you arrive, you see all this. You see the party kind of trying to help Alvina in like the face of just ruly dragons. What would you like to do?
Can you
Can-
cast tongues, Lou?
I can't
Not
remember
mad at
what
that.
Brent said they put on the different rooms because they done something whilst in downtime to put certain spells on rooms. I can't remember what they put in the cargo bay?
Oh, the cargo bay didn't have anything. I'm pretty sure they only put a communication spell in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
They
was
might have
just,
put something in their own room, but I don't think they did cargo bay yet. I think they were planning on it, but hadn't gotten around to it.
Because I was thinking they had done the weird thing of put tongues on here, so we could speak to the animals as well.
No, it was tongues in the.
Yeah,
And-
tongues wouldn't work for that. You need to speak with animals for the cargo hold.
All right.
Yeah, which Alvina hilariously has.
So, like, in theory, there could already be there could already be speak with animals in this room, but that doesn't actually work for the dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they're
speak
not.
draconic.
They're too intelligent as well.
I think Points just said in chat that they can do tongues.
Oh, they
Yeah.
can, but they're not showing up till next round because they
Yeah,
went to go
no,
check on
they-
some eggs.
Yeah,
I could use my awakened mind to
to let Alvina
To-
telepath.
at least one of them. If I can't do a
One of-
collective call.
Unfortunately not, but also we're tempted to try and bolster Alvina for their big moment.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say if I could speak to them.
One of the
Well,
other
Alvina?
animals can in here as well, but he's the extra NPC. Point Z-Bot can cast speak with animals.
It
But
doesn't work
again,
on dragons.
speak of animals doesn't work. They are not animals.
They are
Yeah.
dragons. Dragons are dragons.
Who here has an intelligence below 10?
Mate,
Does anyone
I
else
think
have an
it's- I think
intelligence
it's-
below 10?
I think it's just Alvina.
Well,
Yeah,
the
it's
dragons are
Alvina.
smarter than Alvina.
they are. Yes. We were aware of this.
I wasn't born yesterday. I
There
was
is-
born today.
Yeah, there are species of bird that are more intelligent than Alvina in the actual.
just to
standard.
put in perspective, the hierarchy of the party's intelligence now goes from bottom up. Alvina, the dragons,
the newborn
everyone else.
dragons.
Mhm.
I think the owlbear might be smarter than Alvina, actually.
Awesome.
Yeah, Alvina's is going to do the full strength bellow sitting
I mean,
there.
I could bend luck.
Fair enough.
for
Owl bears are
Alvina.
3.
Oh, I'm more intelligent
There's
than the
Sophie's.
bird.
All right. So, unfortunately, without the help of the points tongues, because they've not shown up yet, go ahead and give me another performance check at advantage this time because of all the help you're getting with the strange magics going on.
There we go. I just had to do it louder.
No, you just needed the help of your party.
That's
you
here
know-
for
Might
moral
really help,
support.
actually.
As we all know, D&D is just a found family story, so start fucking acting like a family.
We're arguing. We're arguing. I'm trying to throw something around.
This is supposed to be escapism, not reality. God.
For dysfunctional family.
Yep.
Still counts.
So yeah, you guys can be whatever the hell you want to be, so long as you're having fun.
Yeah, we like each
Be mortal enemies for all I care.
other. More.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th. 1 second. Keep track of stuff in the background for reasons.
No particular reason at all.
It's how many breath weapons are targeting me.
Just how many actually responded to it and which ones are totally ignoring you, even with the natural 20.
Nah, I won't tell you. I'll tell you later. It's not important right now. Well, it's technically important, but you don't get to know right now. Whatever. Change how you act. All right. So, Alvina, with the strange, as you kind of project more confidence, you're determined. You double down. Your party watching and supporting you. You bolster louder and louder. You will be respected by these dragons. Suddenly, you feel a glow of magic around you, and the strangest sensation. You could almost swear you had extra heads to the left and right of you. Utterly bewildering.
Weird.
But as you step forward and asserting your dominance, honestly, I probably should have made you do a strength performance since they are dragons.
That's why I was going. It's like, that's fine.
I'll give you a little bit extra points there since I assume your strength is higher.
Oh yeah, it's
Just a
5
little
higher.
bit.
It's 5 higher.
All right.
Ability modifier.
So as you assert your strength-based performance of a dragon, the red wormlings finally stand to attention. They all stop and stare at you in not quite like attention, but stilling to a stop, no longer rousing around. One's finished eating all of their snacks now. The rest have also all finished their steaks and their exploration and are looking at you. Oh, this one's slightly over here. You now have their attention. What would you like to do?
Alvina will point at the ground in front of her. Go here. And just stomp into the ground, like demand. Just there.
All right, they all move forward and come to a stop in front of you.
Good. And she will get out another bit of food for them. Another anime meat.
All right, you do so. Do you just pass it out? Do you like hand it one at a time? What? How are you doing this?
I will pass it
Chuck
out.
it in the air and see how many grab it.
I'll pass it out because it's for positive reinforcement, essentially, this one. So I am fully aware I'm using up a lot of rations here. So we grab
You
it
do
out.
so. The dragons each eat their steak and wait. They seem to be obeying you for the time being.
Yay!
While you're doing this, the point you finally arrive on the scene. What would you like to do?
So given they're actually obeying Arvida, I'll save tongues for now. But just be ready for it. Gonna poke my head in the door, but tentatively. There was this nightmare a few weeks ago where there was a dragon.
You just get blasted through a
Slightly
doorway.
scared of them. So
You can get blasted through
gonna
a
stay
doorway by a
near the
dragon.
door, just poking my head through. Just for now. I'll cast tongues if I think it's required.
One dragon might look at you.
Just nope.
But yes, for the rest of the party, you retrieve 5 empty now fireproof containers. The primal fire has been consumed by the dragons.
Yeah. Pretty much what I assumed.
And there are now 5 dragon wormlings sitting at command, seemingly just kind of taking in their environment. They are soaking it in for now and aren't doing anything hostile. They seem to be quickly coming to terms with their limbs. They've not started flying or anything yet. They're just kind of stretching and flapping their wings, kind of just moving about occasionally, kind of just checking muscles here and there. So far, all they've been able to do is jump, move about, and eat and bite. That is the extent of their abilities for now. Because they were just fucking born, mate.
Honestly,
Don't know
not
what-
too far off from what Alvina does anyway, so they're learning fast.
But yes, as
You should do.
God, what time of day were we getting to last time? I'm pretty sure it was
It was
evening-ish
getting.
now.
It'd probably by now. It'd be evening.
Yeah, because you got to the meeting just after lunch. You did the worm stuff in the evening, so it would actually be coming up towards late evening. It is now late evening. You guys have had quite the day.
Oh yeah, going into.
Is this still the same day you did the Colosseum
It
fight?
is. That's why. Yeah.
You did a Colosseum fight today. You fought some giant worms. You had a very political meeting, and now dragons have hatched.
And now dragons.
Diplomacy for this party works.
So, here begs the question, what would the party like to do as we enter into late evening on the day the dragons were born? Who's going to sleep? And who's going to be too paranoid or worried about dragons burning down the ship to not sleep?
Alvina is
Ben's
going.
not gonna sleep.
Alvina is going to spend basically 4 hours of the long rest just playing around with the dragons and sleep for the other 4 hours because she's an elf in this room.
That's fair. Let's go around the party then for the rest. Gwen's getting a fucking in for the night.
Gwen has left the ship.
Zormir, what are you doing? As we enter into night.
Maybe give them some of your spiced meat to give them a treat. Just
What do you
get
think
them
I've been
under
feeding
wrangle.
them?
I mean, use your arcanite powder to spice up one of them.
Yeah, what do you think
something.
I've been feeding him?
Oh, they are being spiced with the pouch.
Yeah, because Alvina just does that like most days. These weren't today's port rations; they were previous ones.
Ah, fair
I'm
enough.
We
assuming
have
the Arcanite-
canonically, we have canonically like thingied it to pepper salt, so it is salt technically.
Yeah, Alvina
This-
just has been doing it. She has 10 charges left, so she might do it to some more food that she's got today. But
Get them under control and keep them under control. I need some sleep.
yeah, sure, we'll be fine.
Uh-huh. I wake up to this place burning down. You're dead meat.
I'll be dead because I'll be burnt down with it.
Too true.
I'll already be dead. I'm sleeping here tonight. I will be the first casualty.
How about... Fuck you.
What?
Where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, shit. You're around the corner. Sorry. I was... do you think Sawdoff could absorb some of the fire? Or hopefully, if they start to try and burn things? Because he eats it, doesn't he?
Yeah, but they also might try eat him.
Oh, yes, that's... I'll leave
It's
that
very
entirely
bad,
down...
like-
At that point, I'll leave it entirely down to you. If he can eat some of the fire that they set, or then that's a free meal for him. But if they try to eat him, then yes, keep them away.
Yeah.
Alvina's musing over. I don't know if.
I'm leaving you two in charge against my better judgment, especially you. Pointing straight at fuck you.
Against
What
the
did I do?
Yet.
So what do you mean? What did you do? You've done
Yeah,
nothing
Lou,
wrong.
Lou just goes, "What have I done? Nothing."
I said fuck you, not Lou. Hi, Point. How are you doing?
Misheard you.
I'm going to bed. Make sure they don't burn anything down if you're staying down here.
You know, I wonder where Gwent's gone.
Probably somewhere
Nowhere to be
else
seen.
for the night.
So I'm probably going to sleep
I'll poke
up
my
under the stars.
I'll poke
Yeah,
my
but-
head in and go Z-Bot and tell him be in sentry mode and watch them too.
Let's give him
He
my
can-
room is directly above the dragon room.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
I
not
mean-
going to be in that room tonight.
I mean, like, 2 levels above, but yeah.
They're babies, guys.
No, it's only 1 level above.
Is there any... I thought
Yeah.
this was Zormir's room.
The other
Yeah,
one's points.
this
right?
one's mine.
The other one.
Yeah, the point's opposite Zormir.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. I thought you were up in... Oh no, that's Jones in this room, isn't it?
Yeah, Jones's
Yeah,
room.
Jones's.
It's the NPC's rooms, I think, are the top 4, pretty much.
It's not going to be an easy night, but I do need to sleep.
It's gonna be a very comfortable night, possibly. For Alvin.
I will
Pile of
also
dragon.
grab the box with my egg and take it to wherever I'm sleeping.
Not a bad shout. actually.
Alright, you do so. Lou, what are you doing tonight?
Lou's gonna first unattune his Indigo Arcanite ring and then
Now
go
that you
to sleep.
remembered. Now you remembered about it, yeah.
Well, I've not had a chance to unattune it.
I mean, we've had like a fair bit
We've
of...
had it for like a
Fine.
month.
Yeah.
Is the bit.
If we're getting to use it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's not a bad shout, honestly.
But yeah, just unattune to that and then go to sleep.
Fukyu, what are you up to?
So fuck you will probably potter around the room with Alvina, trying to get the dragons to do tricks, even though they don't understand him.
So, As we move
Transactions.
into the night, Z-Bot on Century mode, Lucas and Jones turned in for now because they're not the NPCs of the week. Those are the dragons. Go away, you two.
Yeah.
Do Dampiers need to sleep? There's the eternal question.
I actually
They
don't
still
know.
do.
I think
think-
so.
Who knows?
Dampiers-
Either way, he gets room.
I think they have like the 4 hours thing that like
Yeah.
elves
That's
and
the-
Warforged get probably. Like need to sleep less.
Lou's
but
turning
they-
back to his chaotic room. Zormir is getting some sleep filled with disturbing dreams of dragons burning down ships. The point's taken their egg off elsewhere, and Abby's also turning in because they're exhausted from that fight.
Yeah.
From that multiple fights.
I'm glad you realised why I rolled a 20. See what Destiny had in store for how he slept.
Didn't sleep well.
No.
Alvina sleeps great. She's literally is 100% spending the 4 hours that she doesn't need to sleep.
All right. So as we go into night, I don't think I think there's one or two things, but we'll get to that afterwards. Let's start with Alvina and Fukyu, and we'll go around each of the party for nighttime shenanigans. Alvina and Fukyu, since you aren't immediately going to sleep, it appears Fukyu is attempting to teach the dragons tricks. Alvina, are you joining in on this? What are you doing? Are you just sitting by?
Alvina's basically keep trying to get them to just do what she tells them, like, and just taking care of them, like treating them, just being a motherly-esque figure, essentially. She's being weirdly sweet. She's mostly ignoring fuck you, but if he does anything like try to get him to do anything too bad or tries to get them to leave the room, she'll go, no,
No.
don't do that.
Oh no, fuck you won't try to get him to leave the room. He's essentially doing like getting them to sit and pour, turn in circles and things like that.
Yeah, that's why she's like
Tail.
she's keeping like half an eye on you to make sure you don't do anything too bad, but she's not stopping you.
It's when fuck you goes speak. See what?
Yeah.
Then we see what happens.
It just says go away.
Brings me to my next question. Fukyu, what's the first trick you're going to teach them?
Mhm.
Probably sit first.
How are you going to teach them how to sit? Describe to me, paint me a picture of what you're actually doing.
So fuck you is gonna say sit and then like mimic sitting down.
I kind of figured you were going that route.
Yeah, same.
Just like, this is how you say.
Sit and then sit on
Alright.
the floor.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Not bad. 15.
The dragons watch you. They seem curious
Yeah.
about you. They follow along. They play along. They sit down when you sit down. What's your next trick?
Would be claw essentially.
Yeah, shake basically.
Yeah. And like
Alright.
point to his like upturned hand and point to their feet and say paw. Paw. Like pointing between his hand and their like foot.
If you get your arm ripped off, it's on you.
There's a 16 hit.
Yeah, but
That's my AC. Yes.
Oh.
they do have a claw attack. Wow!
Hilariously, they don't. I'm just using their bite.
How do they not have a claw? Oh yeah,
He
well,
just
only have
bites
yeah.
bites his hand.
They might as well equivalent be the same.
Yeah.
But that is 10 piercing. I guess slashing. No, I guess piercing.
Piercing.
They like dig in. They do that thing with like cats where like they have claws. They just like ow.
Dig in.
They're effectively just cats. As you get very sharp 10 piercing damage worth of claw onto your hand. They did the trick, but you very quickly realize maybe you shouldn't get dragon claws to touch your hands. At least until maybe you like declaw them, but you're probably not gonna with Alvina here.
No, do not declaw my dragons.
No.
Thank you.
Fukyu, what's your third trick?
If it's speak, they're gonna breath weapon you. I'm just warning you
yeah,
now.
I know. It would be getting them to like spin in circles, be like spin, and then just like spin on his head, spin around, and then jazz hands.
As you do so, you watch as the dragons just stare at each other and then look back at you, and they don't do it.
The other ones that were curious. This one just gonna make him dizzy. They're not
Yeah.
that.
He's like pointing and like, yeah, you did it, and spin, and then does it again.
It's quite a different one. It gets it tried.
Yeah.
The dragon looks at you and then tilts its head as if it's confused. What do you do?
Avina, how'd you say spin in Draconic?
I didn't learn that one.
Okay. How'd you say...
I haven't gotten that far yet.
I've got an idea for you.
I mean,
Walk round one.
Yeah. Fuck you will like walk round one and then spin again.
The dragons all begin following you as you walk around one, and then just stop as you start spinning again.
Not about it. Not about it.
Really? You think we're gonna do that? No, mate.
I'm gonna scratch them behind the ears, behind the horns. But when they
However, as you start moving again, they also begin moving again as you've somehow formed a conga line of dragons.
At this point, yeah, as soon as fuck you notices that, he's gonna pull out his lute and start like going dun 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 dun.
Dragons don't do like conga kicks. They don't know. They don't know what conga is.
I
They
mean,
just follow you.
fuck you's gonna be doing it.
yeah, also a four-legged animal would be very weird watching try and do conga.
Not impossible though. Huh?
It's not impossible.
No, they can do
Yeah,
their
I
back
can't-
legs.
That's what I mean. Because dragons are like, I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically they can be very comfortable in either.
Mhm.
So
So,
Yep.
are these actually dragons or are they wormlings?
They are wormlings.
They are
Well,
wormlings.
they are dragon wormlings.
yeah, they're like dragon. They're baby dragons.
So, do they have like 4 legs and wings, or 2 back legs and front wings?
They have four legs and wings. They
Okay.
are Western dragons.
Okay.
European dragon. That's
Yeah. Fuck you's just gonna be
They're-
conquering.
They are dragons as depicted in the D&D lore.
yeah, the classic red dragon.
Mhm.
Unfortunately for you, they finally rolled a recharge on their breath weapons, and now all hell's gonna break loose. Fuck you. Go ahead and give me. Well, you know what? I feel like it's only fair that just one of them gets to go now. First lucky guy gets it.
one.
Alvina, roll me a d10. I could have just made you roll a d5.
That one.
Roll me a d10. We're gonna do imaginary dice here.
3.
All right, so dragon number 2 gets his breath weapon first. Fuck you. Give me a deck save.
Think so.
All the dragons freeze. The other 4 dragons look at dragon number 2.
Avina, they're breathing fire.
Yep.
They all look to fuck you.
No.
Fuck you, I get.
Red
Fuck you, I get out of the room if I were you.
Fuck you's wrapping himself up in his blanket tighter.
And it's,
They all start puffing out their cheeks and blowing air.
No.
Apart from
Except
number
for one.
Yeah,
Who
number
blows
one's
fire.
Yeah, number 1's faster than the uptake. We've already proved this one.
Well, he's number 1.
Well,
As
number
the
1 was the one
dragon's
that
just
grabbed me
breathing
first.
around, both fuck you and Alvina give me deck saves.
Fuck you's gonna
advantage
hide
for
under a
two-
blanket.
With advantage
Behind
for
them.
2 reasons for Alvina. Oh, she didn't roll well though. He's still just tanking the
Would
fire.
you
Yeah.
roll me a dex at advantage to see if you can get under the blanket in time?
Actually, Alvina's kind of happy
Yeah.
taking the damage on this one.
Oh, that was a dex save, just a dex.
For me, it actually proves a point.
Not too fair, it would be a dex save. What's their DC? Oh, hilariously, it's quite low. 14 does succeed. So with the help of the blanket, you're able to just get it around you in time as the dragon breathes.
I actually realised this would be one that Alvina would willingly fail on. Actually, I would have done that.
That's fair enough. You take 25 fire damage then.
She failed anyway, but I was like, oh yeah, I would have actually wanted to fail this.
And seeing another dragon get their fire breath, the remaining 3 continue to blow air to see if they can figure it out, and none of them can.
Alvina
No
will,
dragon breath for those 3.
Alvina will roar, and she'll use her pyromancy to do a tongue of fire out of her mouth as well, and just go, no, stop! In the sort of broken draconic that she's got again. And just stomp the ground very hard.
The dragons stop and look at you. The 3 who could not breathe fire looking very disappointed. The 2 that did looking very proud and chuffed with themselves.
Yeah. she'll literally go on the like, not yet. Soon, not yet.
But with that, no additional shenanigans happen from the dragons this night. They are still pretty tired after being newly born, you know, coming into existence, gaining sentience, learning to move and breathe. It's all really exhausting.
Yeah.
So they're going to go for their first night's sleep.
Yep.
But with that, we are going to head up to the point before they head to sleep with their egg. And we'll find out what they're doing after this first break, because I need water.
After this commercial.
I also need to think of what I'm doing other than
Go to
sleep
commercials,
today.
and the point gets to think about if they want to do anything. To you don't need to. You can just say you look at the egg and go to bed for all care.
Oh, you did.
Gently caress the
did
egg.
You take a little bit of damage because I don't think he's got evasion. Or does the fire
Not got
blanket
evasion. I mean, the fire blanket is resistant.
Fireproof.
Or,
That's
yeah,
why.
fireproof. So I believe I don't take any damage.
No, you would on the first one when you were surprised and didn't know because it is half damage on a save.
Yeah.
So you would have taken from the first surprise fire 13 fire damage.
13. Okay.
But on the second one, when you get the blanket around you, it effectively gives you full cover and immunity from it. Because it's kind of the point of the blanket.
But once the dragons have gone to sleep, fuck, you'd probably go to the point and ask them maybe like to actually turn them into proper clothes for him.
It's not a bad shout, actually.
Yeah.
I'll be.
Yeah,
I love this freaking.
We've got enough to make some for me as well, I think.
We have a lot. I love
Yeah.
that. Just look at where Alvina is now in the.
Is there a tool proficiency related to tailoring?
There is tailoring.
Yeah, there is tailor tools. Yeah.
There's literally tailoring.
Yeah.
Is there tailoring?
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
coming now.
It's one of the Xanathar ones. It's got pretty much all the like classic fantasy ones. It's got tailoring, leatherworking, mining, the whole shebang.
Because they are dense fabric, but I don't think I'd count them as leather. So I think you'd have to have leathering tools, tailoring tools. If you have tailoring tools, I'm not opposed to making non-magical things with effects, since that's kind of the whole point of this campaign. So making
Oh, I do.
effectively specialized costumes with effects would be fine.
I mean, it'd probably be a cloak. That'd probably be easier.
So I've got right tool for the job, so
Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Weaver's Tools in
Weaver's Tools.
5e, but it is basically a tailor's set.
But we can discuss all of that and more.
After the break. Yeah, Alvina is in the middle of dragon pile, asleep. That's where Alvina's sleeping, in dragon heap.
Now, I need to see if my Switch is charged so I can get the new Legend of Zelda game.
Ooh, I've heard it's fun. From the
It-
very
I
little
mean,
I've heard about it.
Looking at the trailers, it looks very good. It was only released today.
I know, yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard like a small amount that it seems apparently fun. So, because some people were streaming it today.
They're streaming it already.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Some people get it like a day early for streamers,
Yeah.
so some streamers. So I believe it's that. Also, different countries with these states, I think, are different for that one.
It might be the download versions available now, but
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I love how many problems this is causing. Alvina trying to tame 5 dragons through pure strength, essentially.
pretty fun being terrified of those dragons and trying to stay as far away from them as possible.
Yeah, Point has developed a phobia of dragons, which honestly is well earned.
It's only a phobia if it's
Unwarranted.
rational,
If it's unwarranted.
practical common sense.
Fear of dragons turns out is normal thing to be scared of.
Which is very confusing for Elvina.
Alvina's not even slightly scared of dragons.
I mean, like, for somebody to be afraid of them.
Oh, the concept. No, they are
Yeah, it's
powerful
like-
animals. She gets it
Why
on
are
that.
you afraid of dragons?
It's you should be
Yeah.
respectful for dragons, not scared of them. Respect their power.
I'm just gonna be scared.
Ain't nothing to be scared of.
You know what's very good, by the way? As soon as we get our next level up, Alvina is taking Chromatic Dragon Blessing. As the feed. Which actually gives her basically just a bunch of free absorb elements. She can, like, put elemental damage in her attacks.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool. Because it was between that and Athlete, because both are very appropriate for Alvina. But I went, which one is more, like, actual appropriate? And I went,
Yeah.
that one's more story. Even if Athlete would technically be the better choice, because I think... what's Alvina's base strength? 18, I wouldn't matter. It would put her strength to 19, which would be her base strength underneath the belt. So she could almost unattune to the belt.
Ain't gonna happen.
Well, it could, because if she hits 20 strength, then she doesn't need the belt anymore. And also, if she hits max level Barbarian, she also doesn't need the belt anymore. Because her base strength, at the moment, if I get no stat ups, is 22 at that point. Because Barbarian.
Fair enough.
Yeah, +4 to strength and con. It's always a nice Barbarian bit. I have an idea, by the way.
What?
You think we could use a chunk, or the chunk of Imix we've still got, to boost the Belt of Giant Strength I've got to a Fire Giant Strength belt?
Depends.
Because artificers can make the base belts of Giant Strength, so if we've got the right materials, you think we could do it? We could boost it.
Depends on if it's workable material, because it might be a case of it's too.
Weird.
Yeah, it'll melt any tools you try and use on it.
Yeah, except for
Unless you get the-
We
Yeah,
have them.
did we?
We have them.
We have the
arc table, and yeah, we.
No, we have the. We actually
no
got the.
the dark table might
Wired,
melt under
Yeah,
that.
them. No, we've
The arc
got
table
the,
will melt under that. We needed the
We've got the tools.
kobold.
No, we've got the what's it called tools. We got you some.
Obsidian
dark-
steel.
obsidian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Obsidian Steel.
yeah.
Yeah, we got you some because we stole some from the giant smithy.
Yeah, you've just never handed me them actually used on any.
No, I handed you them. We just haven't had chance to use them.
Yeah, well.
Because Alvina went, here you go.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, we can see if the obsidian tools work on.
it might. We don't know.
If it can work on it, then it might be a case of the base component of your belt might not be strong enough to take the
Yeah.
thing.
Does armor know if it would or not?
Could maybe
Knowing obsidian.
alter some of the glass to channel the power into your belt.
Maybe. Or we could just make a new one, possibly. We've got a lot of materials, so. Oh well. It's a future reference.
This is
Alrighty, everyone back.
I believe so.
Yep.
Point you back.
I'm back.
Cool.
All right then. Nice. Okay, so we're heading up to the point. So before Fukyu arrives, the point have a moment while Fukyu is training dragons. The point. Where are you? You said you were sleeping under the stars. Does that mean on top of the deck, or are you leaving the
On
ship?
top of the deck. Right up as far away from the dragons as I actually be on the front.
You're
Yeah, I
on the
was
bow.
about to say.
You're on the prow.
Yeah, never. Just as far away from the dragons as I can get without leaving the ship. Can get back if I need to.
Get up in the crow's nest.
Oh, you can sit
Actually,
in
yeah, I
Alvina's
probably
crow-
would
you
be
can
up
sit
in the crow's
Alvina's
nest.
crow's nest.
Can't get much further away.
Climb up to the crow's nest, kind of make myself have brought a blanket up with me, kind of make myself a little nest up there.
With all the plants that I keep up there, you're just like curling up.
Nestle in between them.
I could have sworn we
Don't
had a little thing for the crow's nest.
Probably on the old map.
No, it's just we just always had it on that bit. Like, it wasn't big enough to warrant its own thing. I think it was just Alvina keeps plant life up there essentially, not
Fair
much.
enough. Yeah, I've currently got Legend of Zelda downloading.
Nice.
Good.
I've spent so much
Alright.
money today.
The point. What are you doing up there with your egg?
Probably what I would do is, I imagine the point is develop this as kind of a routine now. So every night before going to bed, they will essentially do a diary to the box with the egg in it. They're too paranoid to take the egg out of the box, but they will say, so here's what we did today. We went and fought this giant platinum phoenix, which I got the party. I will essentially doing that. While doing that, I would remember that I did get that list of who was the most effective in the platinum phoenix fight.
You did, yeah.
Again, I'm not going to make Chris come up with what that order is on the spot, so I'll just say, look at that. Okay, stuff it away. Make notes, stuff it away.
You do know that on that list there is a oddly high degree of party inefficiency.
Yeah. Not
Mostly in terms of just how the party works together. There isn't a lot of synergy going on, not a lot of combos. And the document does mention this, that there is effectively like combos the party could have been doing more efficiently together that you just got a low rating on.
Okay,
pretty
I will.
surprising.
Let's do better.
I'll start making note of those. Just yeah. Again, for future, the point will bring them up. Ali doesn't know what they are, but the point will.
Yep.
Just yeah. Peter off at that point. Gonna put it away, finish telling the story to the box, and begin to go to bed thinking about how to get those combos to work. When. ...
It's fair, you do so. Just as you begin
I mean,
to
fuck you
fall-
would have gone to your room first and then just start wandering around the ship calling for you.
we'll get to that in a second, because you were with the dragons for a bit of time, mate.
Yes, you've got
You got a whole training montage going on. But before that, somebody else is going to arrive.
Oh,
As the point, you hear your name being called from down on deck, in a rather boyish, happy-go-lucky, shouty form.
No, it's Jones.
it's a yeah, I was gonna say. I think that's Jones. It was either Jones or Lucas.
I don't think happy-go-lucky is Lucas.
So I'll climb back down and say hi to
Yeah,
Jones.
and you would know if it was Lucas or not with the
To
accent.
be fair, you don't actually. As soon as you pop your head over and kind of acknowledge that you are there and also awake, hilariously he's shouting up, Point, are you awake? Are you awake?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a second, I'll come down.
As you start getting up and getting ready and pop your head over, Jones meets you at the top almost banging his forehead into you
Bonk.
as he pops his head over the lip of the nest, having seemingly climbed it in quite a speedy fashion.
Oh, well done.
Good, you're awake.
Yep. Want to confirm that?
Oh yeah. I didn't want to interrupt you if you were sleeping though.
Good. How can I help? Just slowly pushing the box underneath the blankets, just lightly.
Kind of brings himself over. Actually, he kind of just like gets up and like puts his arms over the leaning and kind of just like leans there, almost like you would as if you're like leaning over a banister looking out. But he's doing it in the inverse, so he's outside the nest, leaning into it.
Do you want to come in?
No, this is fine.
He's happy.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
You occasionally just like take the railing with one hand and kind of just lean out to like look over the city in that like triangular form, leaning away from the pole, enjoying the like subtle breeze coming out of the cove.
Are you sure you don't want to come in?
Oh no, the view up here is great.
True. I've not actually been up here, honestly, since we came to this Alterra.
There's so many people here.
Yeah. Well,
What's it like to have memories?
Well, do you ever? No, you wouldn't. Do you ever get happy just for seeing something?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Well, it's like that, except that being happy also brings memories, knowledge of past times you were happy. And times for that, and times for that.
That's actually a really good way of putting that, actually.
Do you ever have unhappy memories?
Just silence for a moment. Yeah, they.
Yeah, there was this one gig.
It was just one time I got blasted through a door by a dragon.
So
This
things
one
about edgy
time at band
backstory.
camp?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
yeah. The thing with unhappy memories is they come with the memories of when they weren't so unhappy. Unhappy memories just mean you know things are going to get happy later.
And what about when you have those unhappy memories while you're unconscious? What does that mean?
That's what we call a nightmare. That's
A nightmare. Do
people
you have
different
nightmares?
Thinks about recent nightmare. Yeah, there was one recently where there was this dragon, and it kind of killed me and trapped me in a crystal, and that wasn't good. Will deny this nightmare existed to anyone else.
We were there.
That sounds pretty
Right.
sucky.
Yeah.
But you don't know what fuck you experienced.
I don't know what fuck you experienced. Know the point.
Yeah, true. Wrong person.
Well, sometimes I find it helps to talk about my nightmares. See, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm happy to listen if you want to speak.
There's such a strange. It's like colors and sound and words all jumbled together. It's very, very confusing. It's been happening. I think I've been having nightmares ever since the firearm one poked into my memory.
Oh.
Oh, my brain just forgot
Yes,
who the
Fade.
firearm person was for a second. I was like,
Yeah, I think which of the
"Firearm?"
giants was that?
Oh yeah, Fade.
I,
I thought you meant Zormir because you know the gun.
I'm afraid that's just
Iron,
part
yeah.
of life. If I knew how to undo it to make sure you wouldn't have nightmares again, I would. But
You said they had meaning, right?
sometimes,
That
yeah.
the times would get better.
Oh yes, absolutely, yeah.
Because when I look out over this city, I feel that happiness, but at the same time sadness. Can you be happy and sad simultaneously?
Yep. That's- I would say go and see a psychologist, but
That's Zormir.
yeah.
Thanks. I thought Point was already trying to overtake me there.
I like psychology.
He begins shaking his head at that idea.
Emotions are a messed up thing. But
Not that one. He wears a suit. He wears armor.
Yep.
He's not covered in honey.
No, it's the whole what we saw in his dreams.
Yeah.
I get that.
I can't remember what we saw in his dream.
He saw what Alvina sees in her dreams a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know, the ones
Alright.
he doesn't willingly get. It was similar to that. So he doesn't like people in power armor. Which basically.
I mean, you can ask him to take it off.
He's got a one
Wait.
leg.
There's something underneath that.
Would you believe me if I told you it was a cow?
There's a cow in there.
What's a cow?
Okay.
Imagine a really big dog. Oh no, wait, you don't have those.
What the dog?
Imagine a really fat goat.
Imagine a minotaur, but if the bottom half was also the top half. No, wait, yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure,
no,
works,
no.
works.
No, okay, I know Minotaur. Oh. I know Minotaur? I don't know any Minotaurs, but I know Minotaurs.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, I don't know any minotaurs, and I know what they are. I think.
No. There's a happiness there. Oh, but also sadness.
Oh, he knew a minotaur who died, I guess.
Oh, well,
Happy I knew it, but I'm sad he
He was
died.
a friend. That means. So...
Oh.
Okay.
the happiness is.
Focus on the happiness. Focus on the happiness.
Yeah, so focus on the happiness. It's all saying back where I'm from that all good things must come to an end, and that you should enjoy them while they're happening instead of lamenting that they're going to end.
Hmm. Also, would you be mad at me if I accidentally destroyed my bed?
No,
For bed, no.
I mean,
You have to deal
I
with
know when there's a
Alvina doing-
perfectly good bed going spare if you want somewhere to sleep. Just try not to destroy that one. I'll make you a new one in the morning.
This is why we stopped giving Alvina actual beds. It's the exact same reason.
Hmm. There's also several claw marks around my walls.
Full moon.
Point's first thought is, damn, the dragons have got now. And realizes, oh, aye.
Oh yeah.
Well, we
man.
can fix that too. That's. Are you going to go to bed shortly? So I might have something that could help.
Hmm. No, I think I prefer sleeping in the morning.
Okay, well.
The
Before you
night's so
do,
peaceful.
yeah, it is.
Man after my own heart.
Kind of knowing how much there could be. It's anticipation is more than the actualization.
So, the point?
Yep. Yes, Jones.
There's something brewing in the air.
There's something
Can
on the
smell
wing.
it.
There's something on the wing.
I don't know if the future is going to be happy.
Oh dear.
Something in my gut just tells me something bad is coming.
Well, if it does, at least you'll have friends through it.
I hope that will be enough.
Though, if you do get more of just something more specific than a bad feeling, please do tell us.
Because we might need a vet.
But at this point, this is when Fukyu's gonna start wandering around shouting for the point.
Hi! Right! Right! Where are ya?
One moment. What?
I need a cloak.
Toss the blanket off.
No, I need you to make me one.
Can it wait till morning?
I mean, no. You look down at a burnt ship. Fuck you.
Fine,
He's smouldering.
Yeah.
One's like,
even like
this is why I'm up here.
But while you're distracted, Jones is going to jump down and head back to his room.
Ah!
So I would say, I'll
What
go.
the hell happened to him?
Jones.
Doing?
Oh, he's gone.
He goes through this door. I don't know why he's bounding up the thing.
He goes up there, looks off the side, jumps down, through kicks in the window.
Fine, and I'll climb down, grab the flame retardant stuff, and climb back up again.
Okay. I'll be down here.
He's gonna
He's
pull.
just gonna watch.
This is gonna take a while. You might want to go and do something.
Oh. I'm gonna go to bed. But he just passes out on the deck.
Yes, I also
I mean, yeah, that wouldn't.
as many flame retardant cloaks as I can while still getting a long rest.
Yeah, have you ever tried to just make a fully functional cloak at night?
Weirdly, yes.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I've seen people do it as
How
well.
long did that take you?
A couple hours.
Honestly,
Yeah.
there's
You should
a
be
friend.
fine then.
There's a friend.
I did
of
have a
mine
sewing machine. So.
who- Yeah, but there's a friend of mine who actually made one in about 5
Oh.
minutes flat in a field. It was quite impressive.
Nice.
Look, if you want the magical properties of this down cloak, it's gonna take
Oh,
some
yeah.
downtime.
Oh, 100%. It's a
Okay, yeah.
fire blanket essentially. It wasn't with a fire blanket.
No, it's gonna hand you out fire-resistant clothing overnight.
I
Okay,
mean,
to
out
start
of
with,
game.
I will attach a single button to a blanket and a buttonhole.
Yeah, I was gonna
I like
say,
to think-
out of game, I would just imagine for the point just saying, okay, I'll take this and do it up there. Just taking it up and just going to sleep.
Yeah,
Just
just
wrapped
rolls
up
around
in the
with a
ba-
blanket.
Wrapped up in the fireproof blanket. Like, that's a great idea, actually. This is more dragon proof.
They're more honest than that. They would start trying and then go, "No, too tired. Do it
Wrap
tomorrow."
himself up in the blanket.
I mean, if he looks down, he'd probably
Or just
see.
falls asleep doing it.
If he looks down, he'd probably see Faku just starfished out on the deck.
Yeah.
Asleep.
Still smouldering. There's like a couple of embers still on.
Yeah.
If I do see that, I will just cast just a small firebolt.
Wow.
Just,
That's for the inconvenience.
just keep Fucky on his toes.
Yeah, go for it.
Singed.
Just, I don't hit you. I just hit the deck next to you.
I'm gonna get blamed for that. You
Good
realise,
deck save.
right?
Make a deck save to dodge into the spell.
Yeah. If you succeed, you get hit. Yeah, you passed, so you get hit. Wow. Oh dear. It's a small one. It's non-damaging.
Yeah, roll for to see if it actually hits it.
Oh, that was
It's
that.
a crit.
Roll to hit. Okay, that's
It didn't
Yeah,
roll
that hits.
anything.
oh,
Actually, didn't,
only
actually
9
didn't-
damage.
I actually didn't realize that fuck you actually had a lower AC than Alvina. I think you're the only party member who has a lower
Oh yeah,
AC.
he's AC's only 16.
Yeah, Alvina's a 17, so she's not much better.
Just as soon as I see the hit, I'm just ducking straight back up. Just can't
Yeah,
You
'cause
hear- fucking
16
go,
is bad.
He's gonna
Alright.
sit bolt
While-
upright and go. No
While
dragons.
these shenanigans
Okay,
are
stop.
happening, Fukyu is able to eventually go to sleep. I don't think there's anything else I needed from Fukyu for the not Fukyu the point for now. God, oh, I'm getting no sleep mixed up. All right, we head back a little bit in time to Zormir just before you go back to sleep, or before you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Zormir, as you're making your rounds of your ship, as you are likely to do as your ship captain, you pop your head into the lab where Drax is happily going through your books, per usual. As you, well, I don't know actually. How do you greet Drax? This strange, not quite assistant because he insists that you're the assistant.
Co-worker.
A strange co-worker with such an alien mindset. How do you address him?
Good evening.
Yo, D-Dog.
He speaks out loud because I believe you want to try and minimize psionic connections between the two of you.
Yeah.
He is able to like vocalize psionically out like loud. Good. This is Dr. Zormia, my apprentice. Just the Noid I was looking
Colleague.
for.
Every time he says apprentice, I was or colleague.
Every time he ignores you.
It is a
Yeah.
tick at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
The hate
I've,
goes through.
I've read through your book collection for the 10th time, and I must say, while it is rather primitive, it is quite interesting to see Noid take on the topic. I occasionally come across nuggets of information in these books which do not line up with our existing reality.
Like,
Hmm?
for example,
Oh,
Have you got-
now, my apprentice, you know the rules. If you want information divulged to you, you must pay tribute to my selfless return. Knowledge is currency,
Colleague.
after all.
I have a weird feeling that yellow isn't quite the same here.
Ooh. Yes, but a proposition is not knowledge, apprentice. Do you have any certainties or facts for me?
Well, I know what yellow does, and it comes in contact with other magic and explodes normally. Is it the same to be true of here?
I suppose I never did reward you for so foolishly giving me access to all of your books just lying here for anyone to consume.
Yeah, see? Things lying about in that lab.
Yeah. We already knew that Zormir keeps a terrible workspace.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, the rest of the crew seem interested in it. It isn't not
Alvina tried to.
other than maybe the point. I think Alvina tried to eat one of them.
You said she should consume more knowledge. It made sense.
I'm very much a practical knowledge rather than
Yeah.
book knowledge artificer.
Alvina's books are in her room and they look.
Jude.
No, honestly, they look probably a lot neater than Zormir's. Alvina's got like surprisingly neat with her.
Yeah,
books.
Zormirs have probably been dog-eared where they've been read so many times.
Is it
Alvina's
surprisingly
neat.
untouched neat or?
No, they have been. It's like the animal books and cookery books and things. Isn't
Oh
it?
yeah,
So,
okay, yeah.
Alvina's actually like probably just neatly organized them, like really weirdly neat.
They're important to her, so she's got to keep them in good condition.
Exactly. She takes care of these books.
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 of them that there are.
Yeah. Where Zormir pulls out books, reads them, sticks them back wherever's close because he's needing another book from somewhere else
You
to
gotta
complete that experiment, then go.
Yeah, there'd be lots open on like the page you left it on. Like, okay, so I'm needing this. I'm using this right now. You're looking back at the book.
Hmm.
Bunch of pages have been dog-eared.
Mhm.
They have coffee stains on them.
There's current other projects I need to start working on, but I'm tired. I need to rest. But yes, oh, yellow might be different.
Yes, Zormir, that is true. So then, I will bereft you of one question in exchange for this library you have giving me for entertainment reading. I am, if nothing, if not a fair and equitable scientist.
Hmm.
But one question, Zormir, be careful how you word it.
Monkey paw.
Drac is great.
If yellow's no
Who
longer
doesn't want just a mad scientist aboleth in your MATLAB?
It's great.
I mean, you literally
If-
could just ask him, what does Yellow Arcanite do in this sphere?
is basically what he's going to pose is the question of what does yellow arcanite do in this sphere?
Is that the question you were asking?
Yep.
You phrasing it exactly like that.
That's about it. He's not actually a genie. He doesn't care about the phrasing. This is just the DM giving you a chance. Like, if there was anything else more pressing you wanted to know,
Yeah,
No,
was your chat.
he's not gonna
Um,
go. It exists as a crystalline substance. He's not gonna just say that.
yeah, the whole point of him is supposed to be an information dealer to you.
Yeah.
Just you have to provide him with something new at the cost. You can buy a hint.
It's cool.
Mhm.
I guess you can buy a journal entry, I guess.
He's basically the tutorials like NPC that we've got.
Yeah,
That-
you
that
can
just
pay
don't-
for a tutorial.
Yeah, they would just ignore most of the time.
Yes, reading through, I do see this yellow that you come to know. So discordant, so destabilizing in your universe. Or in your books. Does he even know you're from another universe? Oh wait, no, it's fair. He did probe like several of the party's
He
minds.
literally just read Alvina's entire brain because she didn't care, and he
One of
went,
the reasons why he's sticking with you.
"Ha."
What's
And
the
he's-
harm?
And he's read
What
most
knowledge
of
is
my.
there? There's nothing in there. It's like that ticket. This is worthless.
Yeah, just like hovers
It's
a little bit in front of
worse than worthless, my boy.
But yes, you are correct. Yellow is not despondent, disharmonious in this universe, in this sphere. It is the Arcanite of Harmony here. It allows for the fusion and joining of the laws of reality, not in the same way that your primitive artificery works. You cobble Arcanite together, but they aren't truly one. They are distinct functions, distinct effects, just one after the other. There is no true harmony there. No, here, yellow is the Arcanite of harmony, of fusion, of collaboration. It is the laws of reality that govern the joining of laws.
So,
What allows for hybrids.
so more advanced than the circuitry you can carve from white, and more combining the two elements of which each Arcanite or multiple Arcanites do.
I have just
That is very interesting and opens up so many new avenues.
I have just had a horrifying thought that we can do to that, but Alvin is way too stupid to know. But my God, did I just think of something awesome? Ah, bollocks.
Ooh, that's the point of view thing.
So like the player can't just tell the other players, so one of the other intelligent characters can think it.
Yeah, I just thought of you could fuse if it like truly fuses things together. You could fuse like the elemental magics together and things
Fuck.
that do like actual like combinations of the pair of them. Like you could do the stroke isekai anime stuff of like combining air and fire to make just basically atomic weaponry level 5. Jesus, okay. That's
Black,
a thing.
Black Arcanite just could be combined with other ones that it normally doesn't and used to stop things. And there's so many possibilities. Zarmi's brain is went in overdrive, and this is
Mhm.
hmm. Yes, I need to find more. I need to find a source of yellow. And I can start I can maybe use that as a way to control this. And he's looking at the rod now.
Yes, but that was not what I called you in here for, my apprentice. That was but a
Assistant.
happenstance you reminded me of it. I came in here for another request. I have exhausted all that is available to me in your laboratory, as well as my extensive notes, which I did have to catch up on. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, the psionic barrier that this place deploys prevents me from exploring on my own further into this city. Fair enough, I can't exactly blame them, and while I am in your company, I have no intention or care for what the Noise are up to. That's always been a Senate problem. I'm more than content to be left to my studies.
Which is always a good thing.
Yes. I had a couple of questions. First, when do you expect to be disembarking? I believe you had ambitions to visit the Rainbow Wall, which I share with you.
Mhm.
Yes, there's many things that we are currently tasking ourselves to do, and we've currently had to run back for other reasons.
Probably hear the other reasons.
As you may well hear.
You probably hear Alvida screaming Draconic at this time.
So be it. I've, it's not exactly like I have a short lifespan. If I must wait a little longer, so be it. Just so long as there is still purpose there. There's no point in me residing if the plan has changed ultimately.
No, there's definitely. You have given me even more reason to seek out more of this different types of Arcanite. I mean, if yellow is no longer destabilizing, but a stabilizing aspect, then it is a huge improvement and a better chance of being able to do many more things with it.
I, in my head, all I can imagine is, oh yes, it's stabilizing, so I'm going to use it in this, 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 and this, and this. When we get back to the main screen, oh, I'm going to use this. Bang!
Boom!
Yeah!
It's like, oh shit, I forgot.
I also had the horrifying thought that you could make super soldiers out of it, but that's definitely going to end badly if we go back to the main sphere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
These people are now explosive.
Hmm. But yes, there's probably some ancient Arcanite tombs and other places that, if we can find information on it, we can raid them for pieces of ode. Like this, pointing to the arc table.
Yes, that's another thing I wanted to discuss with you. I've been exploring this arc table. It is of quite a rather fascinating design. There are elements of the material known as Elysium steel to it, though I do not believe it originates with that old civilization.
Yes, I've heard of this material and I'm quite perplexed on how it can be made of Arcanite but not. But you may have gave me a slight incline into why this is. I mean, yellow, if it can combine and and hand.
Oh, please, apprentice. The Elysium stuff does not interest me. It is of Noid origin, and well, yes, the most advanced of your kind, still far paling in that of the Republic. No, I care more about the gifter of this technology. It has always been long, and I suppose I would give you this one for free, apprentice, so listen up because it'll benefit us both. It has been a long-held theory that the Arcanites gifted this technology to Noids. The Fool, the Purified, what I believe you refer to as Fool's Arcanite, the crystal chips that it uses as part of its circuitry.
Yes.
Well, I have been attempting to... How do I phrase this for you all? There is a certain psionic resonance to the technology here. It is of a distinguishable enough frequency that if I send you a psionic ping, I can find trace elements of the purified materials elsewhere. And I have been attempting to do so for a localized area, and I think I've devised a way to amplify the effect, but we would require to be somewhere high up, and preferably with some strong psionic entry point to broadcast the
Broadcast
signal.
it, I guess. Yeah.
And it occurs to me that whatever psionic field is protecting this city must have quite the amplifier.
It's almost going to destroy
So-
the city.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not the Rainbow City, but some other city that the old Arcanite originates from.
Oh no, this very much comes from the Rainbow Wall, but there has been stories of entities that have come from the walls, pilgrims you may call them. There have been records throughout time of these. They're not quite Arcanites. We're not sure what they are. I suppose Arcnoids are the best descriptions we've come for them.
I love to think it's just the more advanced version of the Fool's Arcanite spiders. And there's just some weird version of Zarmir in this area. Of land war. Land war in this area that's just brung them there. Because
It was these first Arcnoids that gifted the technology to Elysium that allowed it to become such a flourishing empire in its own right. Before the Senate destroyed it, at least. And I want to see it. There has been history. It's actually one of the reasons I've come to this small backwards settlement of, I believe it's Salvos you call the floating rock in this area. But if my historical dive through the documentation is correct, the last reported sighting of one of these Arcnoids was on this very continent only a few hundred years ago. If I can amplify the discovery signal, the psionic signal I have devised to resonate with this crystal, we might be able to find said Arcanoid, be they alive or dead. Well, I don't know if you can kill a crystal construct.
Can't even try hard enough. Kill anything if you try hard enough.
I wouldn't say that in front of Alvina.
She's gonna eat it.
I think she would argue about that. I mean, she did try to stuff a helmet of the down.
She didn't try.
What do
She
you mean
did.
try?
No,
She did.
She stuffed a helmet down the throat of the
Tried and
amethyst.
succeeded.
Amethyst Knight. I think she tried to kill it. I don't think.
This is probably on a different scale, but still, I'll give it a shot if you want. If it's not got a
No, he
helmet,
doesn't.
if it's not, I'll shove its head down its throat. If it doesn't have a helmet, I'll shove its head down its throat.
That is also kind
That'd
of
be impressive.
something
It's like turning.
somewhat of a weird thing is, what is exactly the Amethyst Knight? If he's part Iflid, but not anymore.
I think we know what the Amethyst Knight is, actually. He's an undead Illithid in power armor. Made of dragon.
Is he something infected by the wall?
Oh, apprentice, were you still here?
Yes.
Sorry, I tuned out to your ramblings.
Sorry, but I'm just. Anyway, I'm going to bed. I will discuss this more with you at some point, I'm sure. I have so much going on.
Yes, do let me know if you find the origin of the psionic emittance for this. I will give you the program to admit the signal frequency. I would transmit it to your brain, but I'm not sure your small capacity could handle the scale. It might pop your head. I'm not sure how Noid's heads, how big they are.
Depends on the ego.
Yes, something of a depending.
It's fine.
Why am I hearing Lou's head in my voice? Right in my head. I must be overly tired.
Transmit it to Alvina's brain. There's plenty of space.
But if you keep growing the psionic nodes you have down in the basement, those eventually might do for transmitters. They're small ones, but if you have one and I have one, I can transmit across the wires.
Zombie goes, Sonic, what now?
Oh, is that what the bloody mushrooms are?
What is a mushroom?
It's like
The weird fungus that
Under the stairs.
under the stairs that.
Oh yes, the ethereal nodes.
So, that's what you use to make psionic networks. No wonder druids are probably
What,
be
that's-
the most things that people are hunting in this place. Just grow the psionic network. And just mumbling this as he leaves. God's sake. I'm thinking in his head, I need to put Point Bot somewhere safe. And no Z-Bot somewhere safe, because he is both the person who could grow that network and also part of the network in some way, shape, or form because of the fungus infection.
To be fair, we should be able to put Point Bot somewhere safe as well. It's probably not a bad idea.
I mean, Point Boy is a summon, I think.
Exactly.
Point bot is a sub.
We can always
Well,
keep him in space.
Z-Bot
Is improve point bot somehow.
Yeah.
But Zormir can go to bed as we move over to Lou Grim. Lou Grim, you went to bed, I believe, correct?
First, I was attuning to the Arcanite.
Oh yeah, you just do that. It takes you like an hour.
Yeah, it takes an hour, and you've got another hour spare before you have to sleep. So.
Yeah, you can do that in short rests.
I thought it was 2 hours, sorry.
Nah.
No, it takes an hour to unattune and then an hour to attune to something
Attune
new, which is
something.
probably what you're thinking
That's
of.
where I'm getting 2 hours from.
Yeah, so it's 2 hours to like switch an attunement effectively.
Alright, okay.
But yes, you do so. You're able to switch it wherever you want.
For that other hour, before I go to sleep, I'll probably be processing everything that's happened that day. You know, Platinum Phoenix fight at the Coliseum,
Overpriced burger.
and the whole thing with Mr. Worm.
And
Maybe
and
being a
the
little
giant.
annoyed at the point for diving out the way and Blue getting acid spat at him.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Does that hurt? As much as it could have, to be fair. And just like a deep sigh at all that. Thank fuck that day's over.
This has been a long.
I'm gonna go to sleep now.
You do so, and you enter. What are you doing? What are you dreaming about tonight? What is Lou dreaming about tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah, you know, before I hijack
I
it.
think
Yeah, before I hijack it.
tonight actually Lou would be dreaming about like, how much of a difference he made with Mr. Worm. 'Cause he did a good thing there.
Yeah, not wrong.
Yeah,
It's true, yeah.
and his friends, his colleagues, Lou and the rest of the party, did what Selena asked them to do.
Mhm.
Absolutely minimal damage. But he's gonna be like dreaming about that and like with a big smile across his face, like how proud he is at that.
He was actually having a nice dream, and it's
With
about
all
to
that
get
diplomacy
ruined.
we never usually have. It's
With
like, I
diplomacy,
trusted this worm that I never met before because he was being nice to me, so I respected that and trusted him.
And honestly, it seemed like an idiot, so I think you pulled one over on him quite successfully.
I mean, that's further down the scale, but
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
he was more intelligent than me.
And that means nothing.
Clearly. Yeah, that's what Lou would be dreaming about.
Ah,
Part
yes.
of a
You
good
must
day.
think yourself so proud.
Yeah, this
Practically
is
a
where the fall comes.
Practically a little diplomat, aren't you?
This is where Luke gets attacked by the Ninja Turtles again.
As you turn around, Lou, in your dream to the clapping figure, you see just a silhouette. A black silhouette clapping its hands. No imagery to it, no picture. Occasionally it flutters as if it's barely holding a connection. You must think you're nearly 3, my envoy.
Is Lou actually hearing this? Respond to.
I mean, I'm not saying this for the audience's sake.
Yeah.
It could just
Bring it
be
to
like
you.
so subconsciously to Lou from sleeping.
No, he's there in your dream again. It's the voice is unmistakable. It's President Control.
Yeah, I figured that's who it was. Lou would just be replying, it's like, I try to do my best. It doesn't always work, but yeah, them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks.
Worked out this time, so yeah, I'm happy for a win.
Would have been more efficient to just take control of the worm's mind, but then you've become so opposed to simple control, haven't you?
Yes.
Are you enjoying the chaos? The powerlessness?
It's the unknownness that makes it interesting.
And yet you linger. A final thread of my influence. A final gift of my power that you seem to not have gotten rid of yet. Why is that, my envoy?
It's not as easy as it seems to be. If you got like a contract there that I can sign off saying like I don't want these spurs and connection anymore,
Can I get a pension?
I shall sign them.
Can I get a pension?
No, essentially divorce papers.
Yeah, divorce papers.
You know, I don't think you mean that. I think you say it. I think you stand and preach and you try, but I think deep down you know that that little bit of extra power is oh so sweet. Don't you think? Surely you'll miss your Eldritch blasts when you go. What range? What high damage potential? It'd be a
I
shame.
may do. I don't know. But it's something I'm willing to risk.
And all for what? For this chaotic green light that emanates around you? Is this who you've become, my envoy? Stepping from the shadow of complete control over yourself and others into chaotic disbursement? What has
That's
this
gonna be fun
green
too. It's not all
power
bad.
really given you?
What was that, Chris?
What has this green power ever actually given you? Why do you hate me so much, Lugrim,
Do you want the list?
when I could offer you so much? You judge me for the crimes of another me. I have no influence on that individual. And yet you seem to have been fine making a deal with them, and yet here I am, the more reasonable of the two, as far as I can glean from your mind. More willing to negotiate, and you cast me aside. I would almost hazard to guess that you dislike how reasonable I am. Is that it, my envoy? Am I not abusive enough?
Wow.
Am I
Damn!
not praised enough for you?
First of all, I never asked for those powers in the first place.
And yet you took them, didn't you? You wielded
My
them?
soul had left me at that point. I was powerless to do anything.
Oh, I see. So now that you're in a better place, you're casting me aside, are you? Am I not as addictive as my predecessor?
Bluntly,
I'm less lonely. Don't say
I
that. He'll kill
think
us
you're
all.
probably more addictive.
Emphasis on the dick.
He enjoys the chaos. Chaos is freedom.
Freedom.
Would you like to know a secret, Lugrim?
I know where you live.
What would the consequences be?
That's a good question. I'm very happy you asked.
You
that.
telling me this?
Ah, the greatest consequence of them all. The same consequence as it always is. The burden of knowledge.
I thought it was gonna be your
That's what I thought.
soul.
Oh, no more
So,
reneging on contracts.
what is the consequence? Your soul. of
I don't have the
14.99.
biggest
You know what?
lust for knowledge.
I am happy in my ignorance.
It's a shame. After all, with knowledge you can save your friends.
I knew
With
that.
knowledge you can prevent catastrophe. With knowledge you can prevent betrayal.
I never said I was against all knowledge. I
Yeah.
was just saying that I'm not one of these people that must have every single bit of knowledge about everything.
Okay, we're not the brains from Futurama.
I mean, he might as well be.
Yeah, very much.
I have selective knowledge. I want to find out about something. I will look it up or ask somebody that I think knows about it.
And I know all. So would you like to know the
So
knowledge
you
I
claim,
possess?
but
Ask him a math problem.
you're
Ask him a
also
math
very manipulative.
Me? I
You
mean,
have
I am
given
a
me trust
president.
issues.
He's a president. You're a politician.
Now,
Yeah, he's a
Mr.
president.
Grimm. Have I given you trust issues, or has my predecessor given you trust issues? After all, surely you cannot judge one creature's whole persona and being for the actions of another. After all, am I to judge you for your past sins, when you were clearly a very different Noid? Are you still the
You like me
same
better
Noid?
that way.
You mean my
for your
predecessor
own
liked you better?
personal pleasure.
Again,
You
you
s-
equate me with my non-existent self. What do you truly know about me, Mr. Grimm? You're so judgmental. Do you know what it is I want? What I like? Have you even asked me my favorite tea?
It's got a point. You haven't asked him his favorite tea.
How do you know we couldn't get along?
It's Norman. Present control is Norman. The big reveal.
Prison controller's Norman.
No, all
Why
you
do we
want is
never-
power and control of everything and everyone.
And
No
why do you
consideration.
think I want that? Have you come to the Republic yet?
No,
Then how do you know I've not created paradise?
I don't.
You say that I want control of everything, and yet, as far as my spy masters tell me, compared to the other empires, I have the most free enterprise. Noids are not mercilessly hunted in my region. They are not as good as all the other creatures, I'll grant you, but they fare better than every other region.
You're just enslaved.
It's terrible, but it's not the worst. More or less what he just said.
Are they enslaved? How do you know? Do you know Noids from the Republic? Do you know what the situation in the Republic is? Did you know that Noids aren't enslaved in the Republic?
Do they have brains in the Republic?
They have free will. They choose their own volition.
As he steps up to you for a second, his form seems to become a little more solid as you see a grin appearing in the silhouette, or at least the idea of a grin. I can say with complete and utter honesty, Lou Grimm, that there is
You
not a
honest.
single Noid, let me finish, there is not a single Noid within my domain who does not choose to be there. They practically flock to me.
I bet.
Only because they fear you.
They do not. It is not me they fear, but fear outside of my domain. They fear the primordials. They fear the empire. They fear the small little warlords that fight in the chaos realms. With
People
me,
fear what they don't understand. If
Exactly.
they're not getting out there, they will not understand those lands and those rules.
but Lugrim, you seem to
So
fail
they'll
to
stay in their
realize
comfort zone.
that they do know that. They flee to me as refugees and I take them in. Do you know why they flock to me? Why they prefer my rule?
You would have promised them power beyond their complete imagination.
No, not just that. Although that is part of the dream, is it not?
I didn't say that
No.
would be all of it.
Well, go on if you know me so well, Mr. Grimm. What else do I promise? Why would a Noid willingly come to me and ask for citizenship?
You would have told them you would have a nice life and you could fulfill their every want and desire.
Incorrect.
And they, not unsurprisingly, it believed you. Because you're a very charismatic person.
No, Mr. Lou Grimm, that is not what I offered them, because that would be a lie, and I do not lie. I do not need to. What I offer them is the very thing you seem so intent on throwing away. Do you know what another name for control is? Go on, Mr. Lou Grimm, you know me so well, don't you? What is another name for control? What is it that every society seeks? That every sane, rational entity and creature so craves deeply in their little, ever-growing souls? What
Personal
is it?
freedom and free will.
Is that what you think?
That's what everybody craves. Power to
Ah.
choose their
No.
own path. and
Now
do
you
what they
lie,
want.
Mr. Grimm.
Mm.
Either you know nothing of your fellow Noids, so isolated in your own ignorance, or you deliberately lie to yourself. What is it, Grimm? Are you lying to
Ignorance
yourself?
is bliss.
Oh, or are you deliberately ignorant? Apparently it would seem the latter. Then does not that make you worse than me? Does that not make you the same as the primordials, going about your life, not caring who you hurt, not caring about what other people want? Doesn't that make you the very thing you're running from, a selfish cultist? Dictating your will onto
It's
others.
cultist.
You know, I can see fragments still. That small thread you keep in place. I can see small fragments of your dreams. What was it that you offered those... What were they now? I believe you called them Genasi? What did you offer them when they flocked to you?
I would liberate them from enslavement they were currently in.
And is that why they stuck with you, once they were already free? What did you offer them then?
You shot one of them.
There's a certain dominance.
Oh, and what did you offer them when they were already free?
Get the fuck out of my life.
That they could follow me if they wanted to, but they could have left if they wanted.
Oh, they could, but I
I
believe
did
you
not
offered them something, didn't
bind
you?
them in any contract.
Oh, don't lie, Grim. I've seen it. What did you offer them?
I gave them a little taste of power.
And what does power give you? What is it they truly seek? Why did they want the power?
They did not specify that to me.
But you know, Grim. You know why people want power. You prey
Don't
on
know.
it.
I could speculate on what
Oh.
is, but there's
Now who's
no
the
way saying that it
politician?
is true or not.
Go on then. Speculate for me. Why do people want power?
They can seem to be better than everybody else. Which, in my experience, is not always the case.
But what about those who don't care? What if those who have legitimate reason for wanting the power? Why do they want it? If not for vanity, what else?
Not everybody is vain and want to be vain.
Exactly. So what about those who aren't? Why do they want the power?
They just want to be. Most of them just want to be better than everybody else. Because they
Oh,
want
but
to
that's
make
vain.
themselves feel better. Because they have so many insecurities about themselves.
Go on, Lugrim. What do recently freed slaves want power for?
So they can get back at their slave masters.
No, not just revenge. None of them went back after all. They all stayed with you.
Because me and my friends are such nice people. And caring. We freed them.
Do you know another name for power? Do you know what power
Corruption.
ultimately is? That's not true, or you'd think all your allies corrupt given they are the most powerful Noids around.
Maybe around here.
Who is it that gets to make decisions? Why
A
do the
lot of
most
decisions
powerful...
are group decisions. Our party is very democratic.
No, it's not. I've seen it. There are two who dictate the action. The rest of you follow.
He's not wrong. Let's be honest, he's not wrong.
Again, Grim, you lie to me. I've seen it in your head, little fragments enough to gleam the truth.
It's just residual information that I am trying to flush out of my mind. It was harder than I thought.
You're weakening, Grim. You're stalling. You're using basic tactics to avoid the answer. Why, quite frankly, at this point I'm tempted to give you a seat in the Senate itself. You walk circles around questions more than some of my senators do.
Lou was born to be a part. Who knew?
TikTok,
Am I
Grim.
weak or am I even stronger than you first thought I was?
Or are you afraid of answering the question because you know if you do, it will confirm the very thing you were afraid of?
There's lots
If
of things to be
you-
afraid of. I'm not saying I'm fearless. But I will do my best to help my friends.
Out of character, I think Chris is literally digging for a specific answer, but I don't think Neil knows what the answer
Yeah,
is.
that's the one. It's like, I'm not sure on the answer.
Okay, take a brief pause and can Neil answer the question with
Is Lou actually
Out of
just trying
character.
to stall, or does Neil actually not know the answer?
I'm pretty sure Neil doesn't actually know.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair enough. It was worth checking.
Have you been paying attention to what we're chatting about in the chat? Is that anywhere near what you're looking
No.
for?
I told you it wasn't. Yeah, we're our own little side project.
Yeah.
I've been too busy trying to explain myself.
It's working.
Yeah, I'm mostly just seeing where Neil goes with us.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. It's interesting hearing it, like Lou's thoughts on this. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of cool.
We're lizards, not frogs.
They were frogs. They were like, they were slad, weren't they?
Oh, the ninjas? Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically frogs. They've got like
I thought they were
sort of
lizards, sorry.
yeah, they're sort of weird, like half and half between like a frog and a lizard.
I was going to
Kinda
say, I
weird.
thought that was grungs.
Yeah, grungs are straight up. No, grungs are straight up frogs. Slad are
Yeah.
like lizard frog things.
Right.
They're slad.
There are many different frogs in D&D.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to torture the DM with Lou Graham.
Yeah. Back to Lou Grimm having a political debate with Octodad but evil.
Evil Octopad. Well, to be fair, Lou has still 2 minutes left on his scene time because I never give Lou enough time.
Lou needs more time, so it's fun.
It's because you guys don't do enough. I need to add more Republic stuff. It's because they're the third guys, yeah, and I've been fleshing out Republic and Divine, and Monarch and Divine Spark. Anyway, I got 2 minutes left on the clock for technically I'm the one torturing Lou here.
Yeah, you actually are, yeah.
DM's having a great time debating philosophy.
Yeah.
Especially with control. I love debating philosophy with control. Lou Grimm. You know, if I didn't know any better, I would hazard to guess you don't actually know what it is I'm talking about. Maybe I
There's a
give
lot
you
of
too much
things in
credit.
this world that are different to where I'm from. So, feel free to elaborate.
Oh, would you like a lesson on how Noids work, Grim? Are you that ignorant of how people work?
Now that you're not as seem where I'm from. So
Well, I'm pretty
yes,
sure
a lot
even
of
where
noids,
you're from.
a lot of noids here say that some of the creatures here are that they fear so much are not as bad as they've made out compared to us.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what the slave ultimately wants?
Be
Go on,
set
pretend.
free.
Oh, yes. Do you know what the starving wants?
Be fed, and they can be fed.
Well, they can be fed if they have the power to get food or somebody to grant it to them. If you're out in a desert, Lugrim, I don't think water magically appears.
There's
Yes,
settlement.
it does.
Does if you're a wizard.
Do you know what the weak crave?
Be stronger.
Do you know what the dying want?
It's circumstantial.
I'm pretty sure they want to live, Lugrim.
It depends on how badly they're dying.
Yeah. That's what I mean by it being
Just
circumstantial.
Let me die.
The sweet release.
This in some cases can be a blessing.
Do you know who gets to make the decisions?
I'm not much for religion.
What the hell has religion got to do with this?
Hey, shit.
Some people
He's
believe
throwing some
that their God, air quotes,
Luke's throwing
put
it
your
in
fingers up for
injection.
air quotes,
Oh,
their
yes, you're not
gods
from here, I forgot.
dictate
You
who lives and dies and why they should live or die.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that's not a problem in this universe.
And that doesn't bother me one way or the other.
I am indifferent to this status.
This sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Yep.
I don't follow those tenets. I just strive to try and be a good person. I don't need.
Yes, what are your tenets? There's fragments here, but I can't actually glean the whole thing. You've promised some sort of philosophy to this new
All
culture
your
forming.
power, you can't gleam everything? Oh, I am surprised.
This coming from
That
the
is a
Noid who can
big shock
answer
to
a
me from
basic
you.
question.
Maybe it's you that's waning in your powers.
We'll go on then, Grim.
Projecting all your insecurities onto me.
Don't
You're
turn
trying to
this back on
gaslight
me.
me.
You don't turn this back on me.
Oh, Lou Grim. Save the psychology for Zormir. You're not that good at it.
I'm ahead.
An insecure person would say that.
It's gaslighting president control. Oh, so certainly wouldn't expect this to go this way today.
Alright, Grim. You win this one. You're not going to
Since when
debate
is
me
this a
on
game?
merit. I guess you'll never know which of your party is going to betray you.
Definitely fuck you. 100%.
I have a pretty good idea.
I mean,
but
fuck you has already betrayed them, so.
Exactly.
I have my suspicions.
No, you don't.
Honestly, you could make an argument for about half
Fine.
the party betraying the
Keep your
party.
secrets.
Fine, keep your.
Hey, I offered you the knowledge. You decided to disregard my questions and play the idiot. Play the fool.
Who says he's playing?
Who says I'm playing? It's a really badass line that when you think about it, really doesn't work.
As I
properly.
said before, the unknowingness makes things interesting.
He loves the chaos, so he don't care. He's embracing the chaos.
Maurice the Havoc.
It's a shame. You could have been something more powerful in this universe. Goodbye,
I'm from
Lugrim.
was not everything.
And neither will be your life anymore.
Nope, I'm sorry, he's killing you, Lou.
You're not sorry.
He's about to take your brain.
Apparently there's nothing in it for him.
But, as the world around you begins to evaporate, you can feel yourself coming back to consciousness, a sweat dribbling down the side of your forehead. Your room pitch black, except for those two small glowing eyes staring down at you. What's your immediate reaction, Lugrim?
Fuck you, what are you doing up there?
I was about to say, it genuinely might be one of
something like that.
it genuinely might be just one of Alvina's pets. There's a chance that it's just one of Alvina's pets has gotten into Lou's room and is just in the rafters.
Emmy, is that you?
It's Emmy! Emmy doesn't have a head!
I mean, plan to do.
It's a shrub!
Yeah.
Do you turn on a light?
Okay.
Do you get into a defensive position? Do you just lie there and say, "Is that you?"
Who is it? It's Angel.
Just a giant
dark
owlbear.
vision.
It's
I
an
could get a
owlbear
rough
and it-
outline.
It appears to be a large, medium-sized creature, rather blocky in form, staring down at you.
It's an Enderman! Steve! It's Hero Brian!
He had more white eyes.
Yeah.
Is it glowing eyes? Did it say the colour?
Close your eyes, I'm trying to sleep here. They're too bright. Go.
He just has everything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. Zormir.
Yep.
Or more importantly, Bob.
Yeah.
Do you have Z-Bot stats?
Yeah.
Z-Bot's about to kill Lou. He
What
might
do you want?
actually thinking about it. I just thought, actually.
What do you want?
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah. He is a druid, so he should be good at this.
Me too.
It's not bad. Well,
Look,
good enough,
as
but-
you turn over in your bed, pulling your covers up over you, telling whatever is in front of the foot of your bed to turn off the lights, suddenly Z-Bot snaps back into consciousness from his standing stationary mode.
Mhm.
Z-Bot, you don't know why you're here. You don't remember coming here. You're watching over the dragons last time you met, and then now you're just standing here overlooking Lou. What do you say?
with an axe in hand.
With an axe in hand.
Hey, computer brain, what's going on? Hey, if you want to be the other half of this conversation here with us,
I assume it might be the other way around. You might be the computer brain here, Bob, because I don't think the
All
computer
right.
brain was the problem.
Illogical. You are the one who brought us here with the axe.
Yep.
oh shit. Why? I don't remember nothing.
Unknown. You were acting strangely.
Then why did you not take over?
I could not. You had taken control of the override permissions. That part of my circuitry is corrupted by fungal infection.
So, mate, I might have to remove your robot's legs. I'm sorry.
I know I'm some kind of spore, but what's that got to do with me blacking out?
I cannot answer that query. We should probably leave, though. I believe Mr. Lugrim is trying to sleep. He has told us to turn off the lights and get out.
Got enough sleep.
Sorry, mate.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Is this all just out loud, by the
I
way?
imagine this might be all out loud. It's a conversation. Like, go the fuck away.
I'm saying this with like covers right over my head.
Yep, he is. The chaotic side of him does not care and will speak out loud, even if the rest of the internals is out inside his head.
It's technically two brains, I suppose. Yeah, they. Isn't it?
So yeah,
To both of you.
Lou, there's apparently it's Z-Bot. He's just talking to himself now. He won't leave.
Starts walking out.
Just take a chat.
Puts axe down at the bottom of the bed for some reason and just walked out.
Oh, Lou, looks like you've got an axe now.
This is Lou. Free axe for Lou.
Swing it.
You can't lift it, probably. Yeah.
I got 10 strength.
Actually, I think so does Zebot. I don't think Zebot's particularly strong either, is he?
12.
Yeah, not much stronger than you.
Above average. But yes, Lou, you're able to go back to sleep. Apparently, Z-Bot did not try to murder you this night. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Z-Bot, you now have a black spot in your memory. You're not sure why. Apparently, your fungal side just started acting weird.
Yep.
Who knows what that's about?
God damn it, Bob.
Hey, I didn't.
Literally built a sleeper agent on our ship.
You're gonna have to see Gwen about like antibiotics.
I mean, Drax did basically tell Zorman that
Yeah,
these were
the
these kind of
nodes.
things. Yeah, they're these
Psychic
nodes.
nodes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I went, oh, I know what's happening here.
Yeah.
That's why I immediately went, oh, shit.
Ah, shit, Z-Bot's got hackware in him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting rebooted.
Needs a
Or
helmet
mere-
shielding.
Army's just tired to deal with it right now.
You need better firewalls in their mech.
Yep.
Need an actual firewall to get rid of the mushroom.
The mushroom half will actually gives them him. Basically,
Yeah, the mushroom half
druid,
also the part that's gonna kill Lou with an axe in his sleep.
I don't know that
Okay.
right now.
None of us
You
do,
could-
apart from Lou is the bit.
Clearly, the mushroom half managed to make their save and not like go through with the action. Apparently, there's only so far hackware can get him to do.
Mhm.
We have dragons. What's a better firewall?
But with that brings Lou's little segment to the end.
He didn't
Um,
get axed, murdered.
I believe you fucking gaslit a president.
You gaslit an old god. It's great.
Gaslit an old
He
god.
was gaslighting me.
I think that's their job, though. That's what they do. You
To
gaslit
be fair,
back.
he was not trying to
I was just
gaslit you.
reminding
He
him.
was trying to walk you around the philosophical technicalities.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to tell you the answer to any of those, by the way, because since you're alive and the bot didn't fail to save, I'm just going to continue this. This is your arc now of just continually gaslighting an elder god.
And avoiding being murdered by my extra character.
Yeah. Look, Lou wants to live on the edge of chaos and danger.
Yeah.
Lou
Can't
gets
think
to
of
live
more.
on the edge of chaos and danger.
Can't think of more
As I
chaos.
stated, the unknowingness.
Hey, he's your chaos buddy. The
Hello?
mushroom is a chaotic entity.
Yeah, Lou, we've decided you also need to get a pet so that when the Z-bot tries to kill you, you get woken up and not just have an axe embedded in your skull while you sleep.
You can look at a pet when Alvina takes them all.
I haven't got all the pets. Point has
Try
one.
it.
No, Point has the pet.
You took a
Zormir
damn
has the
shrub.
pet.
It's sentient.
That's
But
not
also
my
to
pet.
answer your previous question, yeah. It has been long enough that I think the fairies would have gone, the sprites would have gone by now.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
right.
I think they went after like a week because they said they'll hang. I said they could like hang out for as long as they needed to, and they think they went. We're going for a week. We'll stay
Yeah.
for a week and then go. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, they're still in my room. I think they're not supposed to be there anymore.
So those can leave your room, and they can show back up once if you find the sprite village out in Banshee's Grove.
Yeah.
Up and pop up there. That could be a cool little.
Yeah, where
NPC
Mr.
helper.
Worm and his friends are.
It does seem like there's a lot of entities now down there.
We said a
Um,
lot of
If
shit.
you
It's
I
'cause
want it
it's
on the
next-
record that it was Alvina that said to Mr. Worm, "Oh, look, Banshee's Grove, not Lou."
Hey, here's the bit. Alvina made 2 suggestions, and one was a dragon's lair that we went, we're not going there.
Yeah, he had
That
a
was
good reason for not going there.
With that, you all wake up the next morning having gained the benefits of a long rest.
Yay!
Yay.
Alvina is
Yay.
covered in dragons.
The dragons are going to sleep through the morning, so I don't have to. They've already had their spotlight. Oh, that was the other thing. You also have to now name the dragons.
Oh god.
You have you have
homework.
yeah, you have homework now. You
Cool.
get to name the dragons. Feel free to make a group, bring the rest of the group in if you want.
Yeah.
Balvina will have final say, but if you want suggestions and stuff.
Fafnir.
But
No,
with
I'm not
that,
naming one Fafnir. I'm not having one of them be my granddad.
you all wake up.
I've heard
The
about
dragons will
Fafnir.
sleep, but this is eventually you have free mode for the next 15 minutes. If you'd like to talk about stuff, roleplay, or if you want to do anything with the world, go nuts.
Alvina's gonna be like making sure that there is food around for the dragons and things. She's been making they're tucked in because she has to like pull herself out of the heap of them. Because I imagine she's on the bottom of the heap of dragons.
Quite possibly, yes.
Yeah.
Zormir wakes up and wait, shit, dragons!
Alvina's woken
Stomp.
up. Because Alvina
Stomp.
actually was like sleeping for the final 4 hours. So you wake up about the same time as her.
Stomps downstairs, passing Zebot, and opens the door.
Alvina's just
With-
covered in sleeping dragons. Shh.
Fuck.
Sleeping dragons
Qu-
lie.
Zormir quietly says, fuck, and turns around, backs out, and then looks at Zebot. Goes, wait a minute.
What are you standing over
Oh,
there?
shit! Yeah, I went through looking through one of the doors that are here, I think, or windows. Are there doors or windows there?
At the doors.
Doors.
They'd be full fireproof doors, I imagine, because we've
Yeah.
reinforced them.
Turns and goes, oh, shit. Zebot, are you active? Hello?
It's you, Bob.
No, he's dead.
Yeah.
It's dead.
uh, It's more I'm
I mean, to be fair, he's back to normal, so I don't know how much does Zebot need to sleep. How long does he need
Yeah.
to
I
be
think
active?
he's got the same
and-
thing as he's a Warforged, isn't he? As base.
Yeah.
Yes, he's got the
Entry,
same thing, like,
sleeping.
4 hours, like
Yeah.
dormant.
Yeah, he would have been able to get that.
It's
So he
6
can eat.
hours for Warforged.
Oh, is it 6 hours for Warforged?
Either way, everyone got the benefits of a long rest, so mechanically, yes.
Oh,
Means I get my rages back. Means I get my massive health bar
I will
back
conf-
and my hit dice and all that
I will
jazz.
confirm a long rest on Zebot as well. Not that it really matters. I've only sort of tracked some of the spells when you've told me to use them.
Think of having your character be an NPC.
Yeah.
Right, you can
Uh,
switch. He isn't like a playable character. If you want to like switch and leave Zormir behind at any point, feel free.
If there's any point where I think that we could use an healer and we've not got Gwen, and Zormir's working on more of the artificery stuff, probably.
Yeah, with the caveat that the DM's occasionally going to turn him into a killer robot trope.
Yeah.
Just occasionally.
It happens.
It's more of a realization that he's just been told by Drax that the mycelial network's how the Empire connects, and he's just went, oh shit.
I actually have a question for the next. Cause I'm actually just looking up stuff for the name generators at the moment. What gender switch the dragons?
Roll it.
Roll a
Roll-
5d2, I guess.
You know
Yeah.
how to sex dragons.
Roll 5d2 and see which.
Whatever they
Yeah,
decide.
Technically, it'd be the sexes of the dragons. They
Yeah.
can decide their own genders.
Yeah, of course. This is
Yeah.
what the sex of the dragons. You want to just roll 5d2.
The dragons don't know what
A dad
Dragons
assigned
care.
dragon at birth.
They are
Yeah,
dragons,
their
they know
gender is
everyone.
dragons. I don't think dragons care.
It's just because the name generator I've got up has male, neutral, female. I get to. Neutrals. Let's just do neutrals. I'm good at these.
Because the DM has to think about is there like a sex disparity though? Like
Are there none in the old world?
are females rarer or something in Dragonkind? How does this work?
What is the Pokemon?
Are they like bees?
I mean, if you go by like Rain of Fire for dragons,
Yes, Rain of Fire.
There's one male and
there's
like
one
one
male.
It's literally one.
Yeah.
They all girls. I don't think it's like that.
So it could be that males are rarer.
No, it's just a harem.
I mean, you don't
It's
know
a
if these are
dragon
all.
harem.
Yeah, you don't know if these are all part of the same clutch.
They're all girls.
We actually don't know. They're not the same clutch. That's a fair point. We just found them all in the same box.
Yeah.
It's a big assumption to make.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
they're
DM
all
doesn't
from
want to
the
do
same
anything
parents.
fancy involving dragon reproduction, so we're just gonna go equal split because it's not gonna be a plot relevant point.
Cool. So one of them is. Which one do you want the extra to be? Because there's 5.
I don't know. We're gonna let fate decide. Go ahead and roll me 5d2s.
The 2, one is male. Let's go with that. Yep, there's one girl.
Yeah, and of course she's gonna be the most like tomboyish of them all because she has to prove herself.
She's number 1, isn't she? She's the really active, like really quick on the uptake one, isn't she? You know, that
Yeah,
they
she's
immediately
gonna
went for the
double the
food,
work.
that immediately figured out its breath weapon.
Yeah, 1 and
Yep.
2 were the only 2 that figured out the breath weapon. So
Mhm.
So number 1 is the female, and
same.
all the others are males. Okay, we got this. I literally have it just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 written on my character sheet of what are their names.
Oh, you could do. You could literally do the fucking Ninja Turtles. Because there was one female Ninja Turtle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and later episodes of live action one.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think her name was Venus or something like that.
yeah.
Well, in order to keep stereotypes to a minimum, I prefer going with the arcane approach to gender and sexes in a magic-based society, which means we get enough of that in real life. Sexism doesn't exist in Alterra.
Not at all.
It's magicism that exists.
Magic is.
Because number 1's gonna take over be the
Yeah, number 1
dominant
is
ones.
definitely the most fearsome of the ones so far, which makes a lot of sense.
See, I'm like Mom. She's strong and
Yeah, she's
powerful.
strong. Mama's little fire breather.
I didn't know your mom, but I'm sure you're right.
Me now.
But yes, you have 2 weeks to come up with finalized names and such. Does anybody else want to do anything before we in the final moments of the session? Before we take like a
Who's
2 weeks
gonna
hiatus.
Go up to Zormir and say, like, hey, Zormir, it's like, I think you might want to give Zeba a bit of a service, or at least a check over, because last night he was in my room with an axe. Like he was trying to kill me, so I thought some dodgy
So casual.
programming going on, or some kind of virus.
No, not a virus.
Fungal infection.
You know what's
Is it-
happening?
Do you know that your patron,
Yes.
they connect via the mushrooms.
Good one.
They connect,
Ah,
and he's infected with the mushrooms.
yeah, I saw the mushrooms on Zeba, but I thought that was just, mushrooms.
I didn't think mushrooms
Nothing
had
more.
any significance of anything either, but apparently that's how the psionic network is. Good.
It's the psionic network. Okay.
Yeah, it's all based on the mycelium network.
It's how they communicate through some mushroom network. We may have a problem.
You think?
Do any of
that
the
may
mushrooms
be-
start ringing?
That might also be the reason why you're maybe still sort of getting connections from bad dreams, or I don't know. Are you having any weird dreams with your patron?
Yes,
Oh, why not
I
Ruby?
did last night.
Because it
Is that
got
Ben?
Rosie on the name generator, and I went, oh, that's actually really that's really good.
Oh, so
Yeah,
think he's-
just before Zebo woke me up, I was.
what were you saying to the
Conversation.
damn to him? He's sending my bot after your head.
Good. I never mentioned anything about Zebo.
And I think he's tapping into the network that was left by Assassin.
If
To explain why
those
you're having dreams of him,
are, psionic, as you say, then yes, that's very possible.
that's probably why you're having dreams of him and he's not being completely blocked out. But it's also the only means of communication we have with Assassin. And-
mushrooms?
And
Yeah. I think that's the only.
They mentioned something about like being able to contact.
They left us one mushroom phone before they left, or something. I'm sure they said
Before
it
they
to one of-
died of lactose intolerance, according to Alvina.
Yeah, I just thought they were using their book to contact you. I'm pretty sure they just didn't want you to destroy their mushrooms,
Yeah.
especially because it will technically allow you to access the ethereal network as well, if you ever wanted to browse the internet.
Best food.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
Is if you go to the Republic.
Yeah.
Oh, you've now got to think what the browser would be called, like, as a mushroom pun.
Noodle.
Okay.
Noodle.
Who knows? But we're going Futurama virtual space
Okay, so
for Republic internet.
It's nice space. It's just nice space.
Yeah.
I got to figure out a way to
I want to do virtual
Infestation
and
of
mind
a
players.
Zebot.
block
Somehow.
him from the network, or create his own network, or I don't know. This is all new to me. I don't have anything to do with psionics. I may have to have a discussion with Drax. He at least knows a combination of Arcanite and
Hilariously, the
psionic.
two people that do psionics left. But yeah, while you guys are having that conversation, what would the rest of the party like to do?
So
I was gonna say, Fucky's gonna be bugging point for the cloak.
Yeah. Alvina's gonna make breakfast for people, so if anyone wants to meet up in the canteen for stuff, then.
So
Mhm.
I'll give fuck you the cloak, which is literally just a blanket with a button attached.
Just a clasp and a button.
And then before Jones goes to bed, I'll head in to see him and just cast calm emotions on him as he goes to sleep.
Oh, very nice.
Sweet
As you're in
dreams,
his room, you do notice that the claw marks along his walls are quite large.
Fucking hell, I didn't think they
I'll
were this
end
bad.
some of those while I'm here.
We know he's a werewolf, though.
Do you though?
I don't know, because I wasn't there for the session
Is
when
it
it
not
was
just
introduced.
like hairy?
So I genuinely don't know.
We're aware of werewolves and we're aware he's very wolfy. So
I got told he's a werewolf. I have no clue if we actually know that or not. If that was people just describing it, because that was the session I missed. So
You suspect he's a werewolf. He hasn't actually transformed at all.
okay.
Cutting his nails, see how he reacts.
the claw marks, and just make a note to maybe keep an eye on him over
Reinforce-
someday in the next few days.
Oh, was it maybe? Does Alvina know he's a werewolf, or she hasn't brought it up? It might have been that. I just remember there was something about it.
It was when we were grabbing the honey.
No, because I remember the session after that. I
Um,
think there was a conversation about it. And I think I
That's where
rolled.
we got
I might have rolled
Jones.
too stupid. I might have rolled. Do I know he's a werewolf? Rolled, got like a -1 and
Nope.
go, no,
Just
no
some
idea.
hairy
That might have
guy.
been it. Just a hairy guy. Yeah, that might have been
Mhm.
it.
Possibly.
I don't have it in my notes, so I assume I rolled badly.
But yes, you are able to cast Cam Emotions on him, mend up his walls, and leave him hopefully going into a nice slumber for the morning because he prefers sleeping between the hours of like 6 and 2 p.m.
Just like me.
So do I. Yeah.
Like me recently, yeah.
He's a nocturnal kind of fellow.
Yeah, I get it.
But you can do
I
that.
am a werewolf.
Fukyu now has a little blanket cloak with a button on it. It has no mechanical effects. If you want to have mechanical effects, you're gonna have to use downtime. But is anything else would anyone else like to do anything before we come to an end?
No, I think we're good.
I
You're all
believe
having
you.
breakfast, and Alvina's putting food out for the dragons.
We'll do a couple vintage epilogue things, kind of vignettes. Next session, which won't be for another 3 weeks, which we'll get to in a moment. But for the morning, if you want to do anything in the morning, and then I believe it was the kind of showy off contest.
Athletics
Second day.
contest was today.
With the Battle of the Bards being the third day.
Yeah.
So you'll have the second day if you wanna. You can go to that, have a nice little day out. You can spend the evening in Nest and do anything in there you'd like to do. I think that's also the day I'm gonna have the meeting with the Feather people, which you'll get a notification on like in the morning. The point of, hey, this meeting has been set up in the afternoon if you'd like to come visit.
Good, I would.
And you can do anything else you'd like to do then. But yeah, that will be the next session of the Showered Altsphere. We are going to take a 2 weeks hiatus in which we'll probably do one shots, either 2 small one shots because I still need to practice actually getting more refined sessions.
Mhm.
And also I like just adding little splashes of lore into random continents.
Yeah,
Fair.
we could do next week as the like unique one shot. Because I think for the week after, everyone who was here for the last one shot is gonna be there. So if that has any carryover bits, you can do that. But
No.
does it not?
No,
Carly
that
knew
one
what it was.
finished. Yeah.
Although it is a really cool idea, I might. It was cool like a campaign idea, but then I already have too many cool campaign ideas.
It's the pain, isn't it?
Just a nothing again.
I have a
Completely unrelated one shot, just nothing's still there.
I have a random request. If next week's one, if you've got no like already existing one, can we have something in Savara? Because Savara's cool and we haven't spent enough time there.
I've not got any ideas, so what I normally do for one shots is I'll effectively give everyone like a theme or kind of like building criteria category where you can either be a theme and location, like a plot, whatever, and I'll just take what everyone gives me and just generate it from my own head.
Okay.
Mix with whatever the DM wants to do that week.
Yeah.
So we just wing it.
So yeah, I can effectively just put that question out. Same question as it always is. For those who are going to be here next week and want to do a one shot, just throw in your suggestion for if you want location, particular enemies, particular themes, if there's a particular tier you want to do, etc., etc. And I will add it to the list of everyone else's requests and just generate something that in theory fits. There's no guarantee it'll be perfect because obviously if there's one that like doesn't mesh with the roster,
others, yeah. High tech Savara. This doesn't work.
and even may as well I can like technically thingy around.
Horizon.
Was Savara
Horizon
with
is
the
Horizon,
Technorex?
No,
Was it
Savara,
Bob?
the Technorex was in I don't remember where that was.
The Techno Rec was
was in-
in Disparity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was in the
It was-
tech.
it was
Which
where
is
they're
in
all-
Constructs realm.
I just remember we threw the Ken doll. You threw the Ken
Yeah.
doll across
Yeah.
the city.
Grognar
Oh, I
God,
love the
smacked
Placnoids.
them.
In their giant city, the Mall.
The mall.
It's effectively just a Toy Story ripoff.
Yeah, and James is annoyed because apparently we don't have like the first 9 episodes of Kill Skull for some reason.
No, we didn't record them.
Did we not?
No.
We just didn't record them. We went, oh, we should probably record this. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I could've
After
sworn-
like 9
yeah.
episodes.
I could have sworn we did.
No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't do the first bunch. We started recording
Yeah.
them after
It
like.
was the first one, not the
10
one we did the
10 was definitely the
castle,
first one we
Jack
done.
Malum one.
No, we
Was that
10
didn't.
not
was
the first
definitely-
one we recorded?
No.
No,
10
we
was the
didn't
very
record that.
first one we recorded because at the start of it, Chris actually says, if you want any of the previous ones, unfortunately there isn't.
Yeah, tough
Alright.
because we didn't record these.
don't exist.
We just didn't record.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
It's because
I don't know.
at the time, like, it wasn't on my stream schedule, like, the day.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you guys hadn't set up the Twitch channel properly yet.
I think at that time we were still streaming on Bob's channel.
Yeah, that's what I was reading,
Yeah.
because we decided we might as well,
Mm.
was the reasoning.
I think it was, we were doing were we not doing the ones that we were doing with James?
Yeah,
Those ones were
we-
streamed. And we were doing something separate on the Friday, with being the kill score
Mm.
on the Friday. So
Because
I didn't stream
the
both
epilogues were on
days.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably why there wasn't.
Who knows? James will just have to
Yeah.
use their creativity to fill in the gaps.
Fair enough.
But with that, also if anyone is watching live or watching this in the future, you can also add suggestions in. You can put some wild cards in, etc., etc. Since the point is eventually to get true audience participation because of how chaotic this already is.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
So even if you're
chaotic.
watching us in the future, send in a request anyway, and I'll add it into the next one shot that comes along. With that, though, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun. This has been Bundles of Fury in Alterra. Tune in next time for whatever chaotic adventure awaits us for next week's one shot. Thank you all, and good night.
See ya!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.